Alright, hi guys. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Today we are doing Dark Minds and Butterflies. I know that we were supposed to do it yesterday. I got the days messed up. I messed up the day. But we are going to have a really special guest over. So yeah, I'm going to wait for you guys to come on in and everything. Hi Glitch. Welcome to Dark Minds and Butterflies. We have a special guest, and they're supposed to be here at like around 8. So yeah, just gonna see. My phone's kind of weird, and I haven't figured out like how to do lives on my laptop yet. So yeah. Hi everybody, welcome. I am waiting for a special guest. For Dark Minds and Butterflies, it's all about life's up, down, and all around. So it's a really fun TED Talk to be on, because at least we get to talk about all sorts of things, you know? So yeah. Alright. Can have a sip of my soda. Alright guys. So for you guys who are joining in, hi, my name is Nyx Marakuma. Dark Minds and Butterflies is one of my TED Talks that I have. I have 2 so far. So I have Dark Minds and Butterflies, which we're on right now. This is episode 8, and we have a really groovy and special guest coming over to, be a part of my TED Talk. They have graciously accepted and everything. I'm in Uganda right now visiting family. So if you guys are also in Uganda, we're at like 8 o'clock about. So yeah, I do have family in the States. I know that I sound really Southern, I think. Like, I can't hear my Southern accent, but I know to different people, I probably sound like Sandy Cheeks. You know what? Like from like SpongeBob. I'm from Texas. I probably sound a lot like that. Not even gonna lie. Not even gonna just, Anyways, I hope it's light for you guys, man. Like, I cannot tell you how much my phone gives me grief. But yeah, I think I can share it with them, right? I'm figuring it out. You know what? Yeah, hold on. But anyways, let me try to explain the Dark Minds and Butterfly things, okay? Hi, Martin. How are you doing, hon? Hi, everybody. So for Dark Minds and Butterflies, we talk about any and all things. Yes, I have been doing a ton of card readings. That's also some things that I do for my business, and I talk about life advices and things of that nature. For Dark Minds and Butterflies is for any and all things, okay? I'm talking about the unholy trinity of marriage and politics and religion, ideas, philosophy, conspiracy theories and things of that nature. For this episode, right, we are, like, here's the thing. I let my guests pick out the topic, and we're going to be having Sub-Zero coming to be our special guest for this TED Talk. So I'm really happy about that. Again, I haven't done like Dark Minds and Butterflies. We were on episode 7, and for that one, if you guys are interested in it, you're welcome to like go to my account on TikTok or YouTube. Marakuma Healing is the name of my channel, and you're able to like look down on the more older videos to see it. We were ironically talking about government and types of, leadership and things. So normally I try, like, here's the thing. I post about politics. I don't touch it. because the things that I believe could probably be a little bit on the, offensive side. I think that if you're going to be in the government, you got to be for the people, because you're here to make a nation or a country or a state or a place, right? You're supposed to make it better. That's why people voted for you, because you promised them that you'd be able to do all this, and then, you just decided to fuck it up. I don't know. I couldn't be it. It could not be me. It could not be me. I could not be a politician. That alone would just send me to a heart attack. Because, here's the thing. Life is full of great options. You know what I mean? There are some things that are black and white. Okay, I'll say it like that. There are some things that are black and white. But there are also a lot of gray things like myself. You know what I mean? Hello to you too. Hi, everybody. All right, I'll be right back. And I'll come in just a moment, okay? Just one moment. Just... All right, so like I was saying, right? A lot of people want to go over there and be in power, but I think that if you're going to be in power, you should be able to work with others. That's what part 7 of Dark Minds and Butterflies is. And again, I posted on my TikTok and YouTube and all that, but I've been doing a lot of card readings. So, while we are waiting for our special guest, if you guys want to maybe suggest a topic, we can talk about that. Just sit this way, my knees hurts. Heaven, Betsy's. Okay. Okay. So, while we are reading, we are going to be letting you guys choose the topic. So, what are you guys interested in? What should we jazz about? And this TED Talk, we can talk about almost anything. I've been doing TikTok for 3 years, so I don't think I'm at that influencer kind of stage, so I can get away with a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? If I was Corey Kenshin or Lazy or those million and billion kind of followers and things, we're getting there. All right, we are getting there, but I can get away with a lot where I'm at. A matter of fact, if y'all don't want to pick a thing, then I'll just use my good old-fashioned cards. Oh my god, I got to reach for this. Mother fudgers. Oh, okay. I got most of them. Now, this is how I used to pick out topics. I used to just pull one out of my cards, and then whatever card I picked, I'm like, all right, that's what we're doing today. When in doubt, cards out. All right, we're talking about new opportunities, guys. That's the topic of today. Hi, Zira. How are you doing, hun? What's hood and what's good? So, a lot of you guys may be looking for jobs or trying to get things to fall into place, right? Let me advise you. Thank you. I tried to look like, at least fresh. I've been kind of looking a little bummy. I've been looking kind of bummy, man. I've been looking kind of bummy. So I was like, okay, today's the day. I'm gonna go on live. I should look a little bit more presentable. I can't just go over there and be bumming on everybody. Yeah, that's not the way. So let's talk about opportunities. To get new opportunities, right? And to have new things come your way, you're going to have to be able to get rid of old things. Okay? A lot of times, and even thank you, even I'm really guilty of it. I am guilty of holding on to old things and trying to make room for new things. And I'm like, okay, I know why I'm holding on to this, but if you want this to happen, this thing is getting in the way. So either we just going to keep it and not have this new thing on the way, or we're going to lose this old thing and have new things come in. Okay? This can require beliefs. This can come into like habits. This can come into mannerism and stuff of that nature. Okay? It's okay to have new things come. It is also okay to make room and let go of old things that are no longer working for you. How do you know when to let go and when to hold on? You have to ask yourself, is the price worth it? Okay. So when you're going after new jobs, all right, you're looking for a job and you're like, you know what? I really would like to have something like this or like that or like whatever, but I don't know where to go. First things first. You are going to get yourself a notebook. Okay. You can get yourself a piece of paper or a notebook. You are going to write down all your bills. You're going to write down your rent, your groceries, your light, your water, all of it. Hey, Jason, it's been a long time. You're going to write it all down, okay? And when you're done writing down your expenses, and I'm talking about your bills, guys, I'm talking about your bills, you're going to add it up, okay? You need a job that you can do. And if you cannot do this job, it's nice to see you as well. I know I've been MIA. I've been dealing with like freaking tons of personal jobs. And it is finally slowed down, but it's been heaven's creation. It's been horrid. Like, I can laugh about it kind of now, but like between like last year and the beginning of this year and like all that, it has kind of got me really strained between doing like my business and then taking care of personal stuff, which is fine. I learned how to be a lot more stronger to handle certain shit, but like it was a lot. Sorry for everybody who have not been seeing me. Also, I've been posting a lot of like love reading videos recently, so that's also why I haven't been doing this stuff. Anyways, we're talking about new opportunities and everything. We are going to be also, if you guys have anything that you want to ask, you may want to join in on the live. That's fine too. It's today's TED Talks, guys. It's Dark Minds and Butterflies, where we can talk any and all things. Because I don't think TikTok can take me down. Why? Because my business is only 3 years old, so it's like taking down a toddler. Have you ever tried? Toddlers are resilient. Like, y'all can't even waste time trying to take me, so let us all be free to be ourselves. Thank you again for the donation. All right, so new opportunities, right? When you're going through it as a job, right? The cat retired? Oh, I like cats. I'm sure you're probably more of a dog person, though, with your name and everything. I like dogs, too. I probably will get a dog. Yeah. but I probably have more cats. I don't know how that dynamic is gonna be. Would my dog act more like a cat, or would my cat act more like a dog? Like, how does that work? Anyways, hi everybody. I'm seeing a lot of my OGs. My OGs. My ones who've been there from the beginning. Yeah. That I look at my old videos and I'm like, I was a lot more softer in these videos than I am now. I am a lot more softer in these videos. In the videos, like when I started, I was a lot more nicer. And now it's just kind of like, here we are, guys. I've warmed up. This is who I secretly am. I'm this wild gremlin woman with green hair. You can't see it because the light's not hitting it right. But yeah, I've become a gremlin lady. Thank you guys. Thank y'all so much. All right. So new opportunities. Let's get into it. If you are getting a new job, please do your due diligence. In other words, do your research. Don't go over there trying to get a random job. All right. Firstly, yes, we do need money. And yes, you can do witchcraft to open opportunities and to get money coming to you. And you can do that. It's fine. But I'd also advise if you're going to do witchcraft, at least put work into it. At least go out there, write your things. I will say it this way. It is really funny when I used to have to go get work, right? I would have better options when I started walking to get a job. Because as a lot of you guys know, my eyes aren't grand, okay? So I can't be behind the wheel because Grand Theft Auto driving, and yes, GTA type of driving is what I'm capable of. If you played the game, you would understand why I don't want to be behind the wheel. I don't want to be behind the wheel because I promise you, we're going to see our maker. We're going to see the gods and goddesses very soon. Why? Because your girl cannot drive. She cannot. It's just my eyes won't let me. Okay, I can ride a bike. I can walk around, but being behind the wheel and having to have everything washed and no. You guys in Uganda are going to go over there and see Animo Muzungu, right? So Muzungu Niebo is in the car and she's driving. Well then, guys, I guess I had a good life. Toom, toom, pa-toom. Going through buildings, jumping off of bridges, getting into ramps, driving the wrong way. Because again, in the States, they drive on the opposite side of you guys. And so it's just, do we really need to see that on Bunker TV? We do not need to see those kinds of things on TV, guys. Let me not go over there and shame Uganda with my bad driving. I can't do it. Anyways, I'm being honest, but I'm also making a joke. And for whatever reason, my ears are like super fucking hot. What is that? But I want that candle on. I can take red hot ears if it means the candle lit. Hi, Black Excellence. How are you doing, hon? But anyways, yeah, I don't do driving. Nope. Y'all promise you, y'all go see me on the news. A short woman, only 5'6", 5'5" on a good day, doing all sorts of things that she had no business doing behind the car. Okay, so you're gonna write down what you need to pay. Okay. Hey, Vander, how are you doing? So when you're looking for opportunities that are new, first thing is, what is it that you want? Okay. What is it that you want to get? And then go after that. So if you guys are looking for a new job, like, oh man, I've been out of business and I've been needing to get a job and I don't know how to go about it. Write your expenses down. Get yourself a journal. Get yourself a piece of paper and pen, crayon, marker, whatever. You're going to go over there. Okay. And you're going to write down your rent, your light, your water, your electricity, your car bills, okay, the gas that you need to take to work, your groceries and everything. And you're going to calculate all that, and that is going to be the money that you have to pay each and every month, okay? Now, when you're looking for a job, you are going to write down every resume you put out, okay? I don't mind if you guys are walking. Please be safe if you're walking to your jobs and looking for it. Because, like, for me, the only way for me to ever get a job before I did my own business was to walk outside. Okay, so I put my jeans on. I wear like a plaid, like those little, you see lumberjacks wear them, the kind of plaid shirts, yeah? Yeah, I have my hair in a bandana, I got my glasses on and my boots on my feet, and I'm walking. I'm walking to each and every building. I'm writing it down. I'm putting it here. I'm like, hey, my name is Nix Marikuma. Are you guys hiring? I can do this, 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 and this. Where do I sign? Do I go over there and do it online, or do I do it on paper? Do you guys have a paper? Yeah, okay, great. When you're asking for resumes and things, when you're asking for other stuff, hey Aton, how you doing, hon? Hi everybody who's coming in. Hi. When you're going over there getting resumes and putting your name out there for the job, right? Okay. You have to come in there with confidence. You have to be humble enough to be respectful, but confident enough for people to approach you. So if you're going to get a job and you're like, oh, you know what, you guys have a it's okay, you know what, never mind. No, 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 that's not how you get a job. That's not how you, with your head up high, shoulders back, in with the confidence, out with the bullshit, and walk. Okay, walk. Hi there, my name is so-and-so. How are you doing today? I noticed that you have a help wanted sign. Is that still available? Are you still looking for new employees? If so, I would love to sign a resume and see if I can get a job here. Oh, you do have an opening. Great. What is the opening? It's this one, right? So it's busboying and door greeter and waitress and server. Yeah, I totally have, I have experiences doing that. Of course, I can sign here. When do I expect you guys to call me? Do I call you in a few days, or do you guys call me back? Oh, well, we look at your resume and we'll call you if we think you can come in for, the first two interviews. Because sometimes you get one interview and some businesses have two. I've done like a lot of like waitressing and working at restaurants. I worked at Cinemark. I worked at a spa. I've done retail. I've done home health care and retail at the same time. I've had 2 times where I had 2 jobs at the same time. Okay, I got you. I got you. You're going to have to make sure that they pay you. All right. Now, when you're getting these resumes, you need to write down on your book because, baby, okay, like here's the thing. I was a manager. And I wouldn't say that I was the best manager, okay? Because again, that was a new experience for me. And your girl tried, okay? I fucking tried. Some people didn't know how to do their job right. I'm being nice, right? Because it's not nice to shit talk about people you used to work with. Because there's a good chance that they have TikTok and they'll see you talk shit about them and they'll know that it's you that they're talking about. Believe me, with luck like mine, that could happen. That could happen. I mean, like, I used to work at Waffle House, and one of my, they were so fucking cool, okay? They were fucking cool. And they actually found me on TikTok last year. I'm kind of jazzed a bit. It was really nice. Anywho, when you're looking for jobs, write down your jobs. Write down the resumes. Write down the payment, the hourly. Do your research on the company. Don't be trying. Listen, I know you need work. Okay, we all been there. You don't want to get a job that has a very toxic workplace that doesn't pay you enough and said that they paid you enough, but they don't. And now you're here stressed, trying to make ends meet with people who are not paying you what they are supposed to be paying you. Here's the thing. When it comes to psychedelics, right? I believe that you can use it to relax. Like, okay, for example, if you're using marijuana versus when you're using shrooms, okay, and shrooms are mushrooms. Yes. You can fuck around and find out on a wrong mushroom, and now you're taking a trip that you had no business taking, and you're just gonna be out there experiencing God knows what. Okay? Firstly, different bodies react to how you say psychedelics, whether they are organic or they're man-made. Your body's gonna react to it differently. Have a spotter. Okay? And when I say have a spotter, I'm not talking about somebody who's gonna go over there and count your bench presses. I'm talking about a person, a friend that you trust. Okay, you trust them. You know they're not going to take advantage of you when you're taking these things. Start small. Know the drug or the herb that you are taking. Do your research. Do your research. Don't ask how I know. Just trust me when I say you don't want to go over there. Don't have anybody spotting you. Something happens. You're taking a trip. You end up hallucinating. You get out of your house. You decide to drive. Something happens. Okay? When it comes to like marijuana and things, to my knowledge, nobody ever died from smoking too much weed. Okay? But you can have things where that would, right? Because like for example, if I died by marijuana, they're gonna put on my tombstone, she puffed too much and the puff took her out. Or like, death by weed. What do you mean the weed killed me? You supposed to help me relax. Like, what did I ever do to you? Why you do me dirty, marijuana? Why? Mommy. Bro, another one bites the dust. Or I guess another one puffs the hood up. I don't know. They're going to make some puns. I'm going to get joked on. They're not going to be my jokes, okay? Because I haven't like really... I'm sure that it will come later on, right? But that would be a sad way to go. That would be such a sad way to go. I could understand if it was mushrooms or acid. Okay, I could get that. That's some heavy stuff. But when it comes to like things like weed, okay? So let's talk about that. Marijuana is supposed to help you relax. Okay, it's supposed to take it easy. You're supposed to feel at ease. Hey, Herbert. Hey, everybody coming in. What's good and what's hood? All right. If you never smoked weed before, you should probably start off slow. You should, like, there's different weeds for different things, okay? There's different types of marijuana that do different things. Some help you concentrate, some help you sleep, some help you, stay focused. They do different things. They have different types of volumes, okay? So when they say, is it loud? What they're meaning is it strong? And if you are new to it, you should probably start with like the less strong one, like small dosage, and then build your tolerance up because you don't know, right? No, weed is. It can be. But I think a lot of problem is that people never did it before and they go, like, here's the thing. Know what they're putting into it, okay? Because some people be mixing the marijuana with different types of things that have no business being mixed into it, okay? Back in the day, they used to mix lean with the weed, okay? And lean is kind of like cough syrup or like cough syrup liquor. I would say, last time I saw it was like when I was like 19. I'm 30 now. It's been a decade. It's been a fucking while. Since your girl's out here going like, wee, out here passing G's like Kid Cudi, bro, puffing up joints and God knows what. I said what I said. What are we going to be doing? Who's going to be coming after me? Y'all can make fun of me, but at least I'm being honest. I'm showing you, hey, if you do it this way, do it this here. I don't think it's addictive. I would say like, okay, anything can be addictive, okay? Drinking can be addictive. You're right, marijuana can too, but it's not in the sense like smoking cigarettes and Marlboros and tobacco products, okay? I've smoked both. when it comes to tobacco and things, they have nicotine, and that makes it addictive. When it comes to marijuana, I think the addiction comes from how it makes you feel. Like, we are in a very stressful situation and everything is very hectic, you know what I mean? And it's fucking crazy. So when you're out here and you have something, a drug or herbs that help you mellow out and kind of give you this peace, the peace in it is addictive. Why? Because we live in a stressful world. I think that if you can, like, here's the thing, I don't smoke weed like I used to. Okay, and the things that I do smoke are like organic cigarettes. And that's like once in a rare moon where they have like dandelion and vervain and, rose inside it. And it looks like a joint, but it's just like things that you could, like rosemary and things rolled up that you could puff. Like if you guys ever, like Bare Herbal smokes, okay? Bare Herbal smokes or herbal blend or monuk pens or mood pens. Those are the ones that I've done. And for me, it wasn't addictive. Like I could stop whenever I wanted to, but it was really, organic cigarettes without the tobaccos and all that. They have it like Nirdosh is there. Again, Bare Herbal blends. They have mugwort and things. It's really good for sleep and stuff. I used to do it like after work when I'm relaxing, and just kind of like mellowed me out, kind of just slowed down. It was something for me to do because I'm trying to stop smoking the Marlboros and the Camels and the tobacco cigarettes, you know what I mean? So yeah, here's the thing, can you get it in Uganda? Yes, you can. You're gonna have to go to Kampala, and it's a lot cheaper to get the cigarettes from the Marlboros and all that. And like, what was it? South Africa has their own brand that we have here too. Like you can get the herbal cigarettes. You can. You're going to pay a pretty shilling for it. Yeah. And if you decide to order it off of Jumia and things, okay? You may need somebody on the other side to buy it for you and then send it back. Like I know for Amazon or whatever, you have to have somebody in that country that you can pay to order it and then ship it to you, and the shipping cost itself is like blah. But yeah, if I remember correctly, I think Freedom City Mall has organic cigs for they have a smoke shop. I think they do. I don't know. I was looking it up. Anywho, if you're going to start weed, start small. Start small. Don't be coming after the big things because you don't know what your body going to do. Okay? Sometimes it will make you have so much energy that you'll just be running around. Sometimes it makes you sleepy and hungry. Like at the end of the day, you're going to be sleepy and you're going to be hungry. But before you get there, you may be paranoid. You may be overthinking, end up having a panic attack, and then have to rest down because you're going to feel like this heaviness. You don't know what your body going to be doing. Okay, so don't be going after the biggest and the bad. Start small. Small dosage. Have somebody to be there for you that you trust. Okay? Because God help you if something happens. You put yourself in a situation because you're high or you're drunk or you're whatever, and now you don't have anybody to help you. Now, it may sound like a smartass, but I'm being honest, man. When I started it for the first time, oh my God. I think like I was really energized, but I'm really quiet because like when I think my thoughts are too loud or I'm being loud, I stay very quiet and I'm like, okay, if I don't say anything, I can not look like a fool. I'm not going to shame myself in front of these people because the person that I was with their friends. I didn't know these people. I don't know them. And I'm with like the older people. Like I came in when I was like 19 or 20, right? No, 19. 19 going on 20. I tried my first puff. And oh my God. I was with my roommate's friends and I was like, oh my God, I don't want to shame myself. I want to be able to like impress these older people because like they're in their like 22s and 23s and I'm like, man, I'm the youngest one in this bitch. I'm the fucking youngster, man. Damn. If they think that I'm cool, they can't joke on me. I was really self-conscious about what people thought, okay? The older I got, the less I cared. I'm like, look, as long as I'm not hurting anybody without reason, okay? Because I'm not, like, here's the thing. I joke about beating people and kicking people in the face that deserve a good whoop ass. But I'm not really a violent person. I don't like fighting. I know how far I can go. I know that, like, if I ever had to fight somebody, I'm snatching lives. Somebody's not gonna make it. It's either gonna be you or you and me. Because if I'm going down, I'm taking you down with me. I'm not gonna lie about it. Listen, you decided to fuck around and find out. Now we're both in this situation and somebody's gotta go. What you going to do? Like, what are we doing now? Anywho, now when it comes to shrooms, okay, when it comes to like mushrooms and acid and things, again, small dosage, okay? I've heard from my friends who have took it. You need to drink water. You're going to be kind of high, like dehydrated, and start very, very, very small. Not small, I mean like, small. Okay, tiny amount. Have somebody, again, to spot you. That way they can help you and whatever. Okay? If you're going to be taking chemicals like essence and abstinence and all that, like, kind of like, I hate saying it, but like date rape drugs and things of that nature, like, ecstasy and what, I would advise against it, okay? Don't take those things, guys. They're not good for you. Stay away from crack cocaine, okay? I know that, like, here's the thing. When it comes to those types, the reason why I say don't try it, stick with more of the herbal kind of things, at least know what you're getting into, okay? Stay away from opioids. Yes, it comes from a plant. No, it's not meant for you. The addiction itself is really bad. I've known somebody with that kind of addiction personally, and it really messed them up. And you do not want to have that kind of addiction and have that kind of pain. I also like to say that a lot of people who are addicted to things, okay, didn't start off being addicted to it. Sometimes we use drugs to numb out our pain, okay? Because, like, again, there is a lot of pain that we all have, and, like, even I'm guilty of, like, sometimes, like, throwing a ranger. And when I mean a ranger, I mean, like, going over there and probably having a little too much to drink because I'm really stressed out and angry and I'm sad and I don't want to feel it anymore. I did it a lot when I was younger, right? Until I was like, okay, this isn't helping me. The high doesn't stay high. And the more that I try to get to the next level of it, the worse it gets. So I have to find another alternative. Use drugs if you need to. If you're going to go over there, right, and you're just using it to see what happens, start small. Don't try to go over there and numb your pain out with drugs or any type of narcotics and all that, okay? Because the pain is going to still be there. It will be there when you wake up. It will be there when you're trying to cut cold turkey, right? Trying to quit it. Because again, I used to smoke like a lot of cigarettes, like tobacco cigarettes, chain smoking, bro. Okay. And I was making fucking money. I told one of my, like, I was in a relationship with a guy like some years back. Okay. And he was like, what is it like to smoke cigarettes? And I'm like, sir, you don't want, listen, I was making thousands of dollars a week. I was making a lot of money. And a lot of that money went away because I was out here smoking the tobacco. I could have been a rich bitch. But no. Mama needed that Marlboro and the Black Mild and the Puff stuff. Get in the little rollies. If y'all don't know what a rollie is, you know those cigars that are in the plastic, okay? and they may have like different flavors or whatever, but it's a cigar in a like little plastic, come in 2 or 4s, and those are rollies. Okay, different people in the States call it different things. Okay, in Texas they're rollies. I don't know why they're fucking called rollies, but they are. Okay, so you go over there, you cut it in half. Not like, okay, we're about to learn today, we're learning bad things. This is the rollie. You do not cut it in half. You slice a side of it. Then you open it and you get the tobacco jazz out. The paper that's the cigar, right, is going to be how you roll and make your blunts, okay? Don't ask me how to do that. I don't know how to roll. I know how to get the thing, but I don't know how to roll it. Okay? I wasn't the one. I wasn't the one where they're just giving me and they're like, yo, bro, you know what to do. I'm like, okay. I can't do it. I can't. I can go over there and I can take the puff. And I can cut it in half and get the thingy out. But after that, that is on to you. It is postponed to the roller master. The beseech. I did a lot of things in my youth, guys. I was not the woman that you see before you today. I was, bro. Like, okay, I'm laughing at myself because back in the day, like, when I think about it, bro, you ever used to be like that? How you say, man? Bro, back in the day, I was doing a bunch of bullshit. Things I had no goddamn business doing out here running the streets. Whew. My days. Well, at least I did a bunch of stupid things so that way y'all don't have to. Okay? You're welcome. My sacrifice was for you. It was for all of you. Okay. Let me just spin this. Yeah, go over there. Go get into that. There we go, buddy. So, I have my... Y'all can't see. But like, you see over here, I have... Oh, wait, you can't, can you? Hold on. I have my candle here. So, I'm trying to go around and do that. Anywho, yeah. If I had to say, go with weed. Go with herbal cigarettes. Be careful with the mushrooms, okay? Be careful. Do your research. Look on YouTube. Look on videos. Look it up. Okay? When it comes to drinking and things, anything can be bad. Okay? And again, if you're just doing it to numb out the pain, as one who has done it before, okay, especially with the smoking. Oh my God, so much smoking. I don't know how, like, here's the thing. I don't know how I still made it without having something not fucked up with my lungs or heart, okay? Because it was just all the time. Now, don't get me wrong, I do smoke from time to time, okay? But organic cigarettes. Organic cigarettes. Because I can't go back to the Marlboros. It's not healthy, bro. It's not healthy. Also, it costs too damn much. I'd rather stack up on all the herbal cigarettes and be like, okay, at least I can smoke without feeling entirely guilty. Like, you ever done something that you know you're not supposed to do? Like, if you're not supposed to be eating a lot of sweets, or you're not supposed to be drinking, but you drink and you have that shame. Yeah, I don't have to feel ashamed because I decided to take a puff. Like, I look at myself in the mirror and be like, you really gonna go over there and light it up? Stop judging me. You don't know what time of day I had. Going there trying to hide the smoke. Somebody coming in. Are you smoking? No. Looking like the Scary Movie guy. If you guys ever watched Scary Movie, okay, like especially like the older one, and they were out here going, what's that? Yeah, they were getting that reefer, okay? And if you're in Uganda, the reefer is fresh. The reefer is fresh. It's not like this little pancake puff. This shit is ready. I don't know why, but marijuana loves Uganda, okay? The plant thrives here. It fucking thrives. You can use it for tea. You don't even have to smoke it. You can eat it. Would I recommend you guys having edibles? Not if it's your first time. Again, small, less dosage for beginners. Then for those who are used to it, get what you need, okay? For me, I couldn't go for something that strong, okay? Because I don't smoke it all the time. My tolerance to weed is very small. Very small. So I'm not gonna about to go over there, get a bunch of edibles and be like, yo, bro, because I know myself, my mind won't stay quiet. It's supposed to help you stay relaxed. And sometimes your thoughts get too loud. You get into your head. Now you're getting overworked and panicked because you don't know if it's working or not, but it is working. And now you're feeling like your body ain't used to relaxing. Okay. So if you're like that, you're like me and you're not used to relaxing and taking it easy, your body gonna fight that shit. You're not gonna like the trip. Anyways, for drinking and things, drink mildly, okay? Again, don't use drugs or anything to numb out pain. Understand where that pain is coming from. Don't get me wrong. You got the right to have the pain. You got the right to go over there and want to numb it out. And it's hard, okay? It's hard. I'm not crying. I'm fucking sweating. My room is like up top and it's hotter than a motherfucker in here. Thank God I don't put makeup on except for like mascara and maybe some lipstick. Because can you imagine if I put a lot of makeup, it would just melt down. What a horrible thing to pop up on your TikTok channel, come to this live and you see my makeup go, wah. Her face is melting off. My God, what? Jesus. Anywho, but yeah, if you guys like to drink mildly. If you are drinking to numb out pain, don't do it. Sometimes you gotta feel that pain. Sometimes you gotta cry. Okay? Sometimes you gotta let it out. Because you don't let it out, you're gonna end up killing somebody. And I know like this is like really funny because like I'm very empathetic to other people's emotions. I am learning how to be as empathetic to myself as I am to others. And like sometimes, because again, hey Deeden, how are you doing, hun? Again, like I was saying, right? I've had a really shitty beginning of 2026. I've been dealing with personal jazz on the side. And when I say the whole year, I mean each and every day. I don't have Snap anymore, guys. I don't use Snapchat anymore. I do have my WhatsApp because I don't know how to use it and I forgot to tell everybody that. Oh, I have a few of you guys following me on Snap and you guys giving me messages and I have not responded. I don't use Snap anymore. I'm up at nights and things. I've been trying to be like, I have my window closed, okay? My room is a great room. But the walls are thin and so are the windows. So whatever I say here, and because I don't know how to regulate my volume, my voice. I'm a very expressive person, right? So when I get excited, I get really loud. And when I'm angry, I get very serious and deep. So like because I like talking to you guys, I kind of get a little loud and I don't want to wreck people's sleep. So it will either just me remembering to like whisper like a normal person, right? Use my inside voice because we're inside a place. And I'm pretty sure you guys can hear just fine. Okay, you don't need to be having me in your headphones screaming because I got happy. It's okay, bitch. Calm down. I know I shouldn't call myself that, but again, I always like to tease and joke. Yeah, you guys can also feel that. You also have to come to the terms that there's some things you are not going to be able to heal from. Take it from somebody who's been there, done that. And also take it from somebody who started their healing journey when they were 23. And so that means for 7 years, I have learned to be less of a gangster and more of a lover. And when I say that, I mean, like, even though I want to beat some people up, are they worth my time? No. Now that I do witchcraft, can I always curse and hex them? Yes. If they have it coming, I don't see why not. We're being honest, right? It's a TED Talk. This is Dark Minds and Butterflies. We listen and we don't judge. Okay? I said what I said. I said what I said. You heard correctly. Some of y'all gonna be getting into this part. She said what? She said what she said. I meant it. That's why a lot of us take it, right? Some people deserve to get their karma. Sometimes you gotta help karma out. You gotta give it a little oomph, a little push, a little direction. You know, go over there. I said what I said. Sometimes you gotta curse a person. It's not my fault they decided to play stupid games, got stupid prizes. They fucked around and found out. Found out that they shouldn't have messed around. I said what he said. I wish I could say I was joking, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Nah, bro, I'm being serious. Okay? Sometimes you gotta put people in their place, and sometimes that means you gotta put them in a jar. You gotta write that name. You gotta go ask your ancestors for assistance and guidance. Sometimes you gotta go to the Lord. Get your Bible, get your... Okay, be ready for it. If it bounces back, it may come at you. Okay? For me, I always give a reason. I'm like, listen, universe, you know it's me, bro. This person messed me up. I'll be like, I didn't want to do this. And I don't normally go around making people miserable, okay? I only come after the ones that have done like some unforgivable, like, you know, Darth Vader type of thing. If you guys watch Star Wars, you would be on Darth Vader's side. They did him dirty. This could have all been saved had they been honest. Okay, had y'all just told the dude what y'all were doing and be real about it, y'all could y'all saved yourselves. But no, y'all did this dude dirty. Then y'all gonna be like, oh my God, he's joined into the dark side. Did he join the dark side or was he pushed there? Like, here's the thing. You won't be somebody's enemy. Okay, I know for a fact that I'm in some people's stories the villain. I'm somebody's villain in their story. Whether it was like really me out here doing some hoe shit and I was like let me say, y'all, because I've told you guys, I used to smoke a lot in my youth. I'm 30 now. I don't smoke like I used to. I try not to drink like I used to. Okay? I try to go up there and be like, okay, I only drink to have fun. And I may smoke to like think or just have like, okay, this is the time for me to just sit down, relax. I'm going to do some drawings or whatever. I'm going to read a book. I'm going to have a nice herbal smoke session with myself, listen to some music, right? But I'm not out here using it to run away from my pain. Now, I'm not saying that I haven't done it in my recent years, like being an adult now. Yeah, I have. But I tried to be like, okay, where's this feeling coming from? How can we handle it a lot better? What do you have power in? I try to talk about it. I try to feel it without it coming over there, fucking me over. Because I learned that the more you run away from your feelings, and again, this is for everybody. This is not for my ladies only. Kings. Because a lot of you guys are men on my lives. I'm not even going to be like calling you guys out and be like, oh my God, I guess I'm a guy magnet. All the young kings follow me. But where are the queens? Where are my fellow ladies, supporting ladies? Oh, they are not here. It is only kings. It is okay. It's a sacrifice that I must make. But silliness aside, okay? I'm doing it for the queens to take all the kings. But running away, the more you run away, the more that you avoid, the harder and bigger it's going to be. Okay? There's times that I cry. I'm not open. Like, here's the thing. If I cry in front of somebody, all right? If it ever happens that I call you guys and I cry, believe the fucking tears, okay? If I ever cry on these lives, believe the fucking tears. I don't do that fake boo-boo shit. I'm not one of those ladies that can cry on command, okay? I don't know how some ladies and some guys and some people can be like, oh yeah. I can't do that. I think I cried so much as a child because I was really sensitive that when I got older, I lost that ability. They're like, look, little bro, you cried a lot. you were a sensitive little motherfucker. So being an adult, we can't have that because just imagine if something don't work your way, you out here crying. Baby, sometimes you got to be strong. But at the same time, yes, you got to be strong, okay? You got to be able to hold yourself, but you also have to be able to let yourself fall apart. That's something I'm learning, like, to this day. I'm learning how that I'm a lot fucking stronger than I think, okay? I'm a lot stronger than I think because life had made me go over there and deal with shit that required me to be tough. There was no time to break down and cry and be, oh, poor pitiful me. You have to suck it up. You have to hold your head up high. You can cry, but you're not going to go over there and make a scene, and you have to keep on going. Now, at some point in time, you have to feel those feelings. Guys, y'all are shunned for feeling your feelings. I don't know why, and I will stand on this. This is the hill I will stand on. If I had a guy, yeah? If I had a guy, and he was my husband, and he was crying, I would be empathetic to my husband. I would not feel like my husband's not a husband or my man is not a man. I want my man to have emotions, and I want him to be comfortable enough to come to me with the feelings. Because if I see him cry, that means I'm safe to do the same thing. If he has to be strong, then that means I have to be strong like my husband. Like, I'm that kind of person that matches it. So if you can do it, then I'm like, okay, well, if he can be able to have that side of him show, great. That means that he's not going to come over there and make me feel bad for breaking down, because it's hard always being the strong one. It's hard. I'm not even going to lie about it. It's difficult. And there's a lot of times where you wish you had somebody to be strong for you, because always trying to figure out a way and always trying to come up with something and always trying to get things to fall in place and having to go over there and deal with one problem after another problem after another problem after another problem is hard. It's fucking hard. I don't care what if anybody comes to me and says, being the strong one is easy. Either you are not the strong one or you're just very, like, you're not being honest with yourself. I'm going to be honest in these videos, okay? It's not easy. I would love to have somebody that I can cry to sometimes instead of feeling like I have to show my emotions and break down quietly, okay? Because I can't let people worry. I don't want to be a burden. I don't want them to think that I'm weak. Again, I'm working on it. Okay, I'm working on it because I'm thinking about it like if I become a mother, right? And my kids come to me. Your kids watch you. I don't give a fuck who the kids are with. Hopefully they're with somebody good, okay? I love children in the sense that children are innocent and they are the future. Like, I have a soft spot for kids. They can do no wrong in my eyes. Is that a good thing? I don't know, okay? But when I have children, I want to be able for them to cry. I want my son to be emotionally intelligent. That means he has to be able to express his emotions. Hey, Stack, what's good and what's hood, hun? He has to be able to express his emotions. And he also has to be able to feel confident to have empathy and compassion to other people and himself. Okay? I don't care if somebody thinks that my son's like fruity or whatever. Yeah, we're doing good. We're talking about how to handle pain and just a bunch of life stuff, you know? I think, like, especially, like, with what's going on, okay? Like, hear me out. We're having war in Sudan, right? Sudan has been at war for, like, 20 or so years. I have lost a family member to that war when it started, okay? I take that very seriously. I don't think the war that they're having, like, I think at the end of the day, and I'm going to be honest with it, okay? I'm going to be honest with it. Y'all not gonna like it. I may get murked. Somebody may come after and shoot me for this. War is created by rich people who don't get into battle. Okay? Hear me out. Hear me out. Back in the day, right? Back in the day, I don't care if it came from tribes or from kingdoms or whatever. Back in the day, when somebody was fighting, right? The king himself, the queen herself, the people in power would join their other people and fight will alongside them. The king would come up ahead of the whole army as the leader and charge down, right? But now you're out here getting people to have children to pop them into this war because you want to get people's resources. And yet, this is what you tell the people, right? The elite come tell the other people, and they say, hey, that person's trying to take your blessings. Hey, you see that side? That side's trying to take your blessings. They told me that they're trying to come after you. They start causing division, separation, confusion, madness. And in the midst of the madness, the rich people comfortably in their homes, eating their bonbons, sipping their waji, I said what I said, are going over there pushing other people who don't have the means, claiming that it's country, when it's really just greedy people. Then they have the audacity to go over there and start talking to other people taking their things. Okay? I'm sorry, America's guilty of it. Other countries are guilty of it too. Other countries are guilty of it too. You come from another country to a different country, right? And you're taking the thing. Look at Ukraine. Look at Sudan. Look at Iran. Look at it. Look. I may be crazy. I may be crazy. Y'all are welcome to come against me for it. But it don't make no goddamn sense. Now, I would understand, okay? I would be for like, hey, yo, we gotta fight for what's right. We gotta fight for the people. This is crazy, and I'm going to tell you why they do it, okay? We're out here doing conspiracy theories. Yes, I've also heard it in Nigeria as well, and that is wild, because you guys have a lot of resources. You guys have diamonds, gold, minerals. You're also by the sea. You guys have coastal beauties. If I remember correctly, I believe you guys also have surfing, because Uganda is here. Nigeria is on the west side, and you guys are like, Uganda, like Africa as itself looks like, okay, I'm gonna look silly when I say this, but Africa looks like a lady or a guy with like a nice hairstyle, and like this. And then Madagascar is like that, okay? So you guys are around that puff, right? Hello, Fjörk, how are you doing? Is it Fjörk or Fjörk? I probably fucked up your name, I'm sorry about that. Please don't be mad. I tried. I'm not good at names. I'm not good at pronunciations. Yeah, like that make no goddamn sense to me. Like, you really out here telling people, right? Yeah, you laughing at me. That's okay. I laugh at me too. I laugh at me too. That's how come I look so good, because I laugh a lot. Thank you guys. But yeah, like I was saying, right? You're out here taking people's resources, and this has been going on for centuries. This has been going on for centuries. Like, do you guys know what the orange regime is, yeah? Okay. The orange regime is the Trump regime. Okay? That's the orange regime. Now, remember Hitler, okay? Because I know a lot of y'all are millennials, zennials, Gen Zers. And I know for a fact, like, the people from the early 2000s, like, here's the thing, 2010 to, like, back, okay? I'm talking about the 2011 kids. I'm talking about from 2010 back, okay? In school, we used to talk about World War II and how, you know, Germany took over a bunch of everything. Hitler was out here with his secret police and gespachos and what. Ayo, y'all may not have eyes. No, some of y'all don't know. Some of y'all don't know. I forget. Different worlds practice different things. In the States, you have to learn about World War II. Okay, that was a must. And if you're like my generation, because I'm a millennial, right? I was born in the 90s. Your great great-grandparents. Okay, so my grandparents on my dad's side fought in World War II. Okay? Okay. Then, like, great-great-grandparents had fought in other wars. And so, like, you're coming from an ancestors, right? I'm mixed. So I'm part Ethiopian and part Sudanese and part Ugandan and just kind of part of little pieces of Africa. My family like to spread around, so, like, we're kind of everywhere. I don't know what to tell you. My family was busy. I'm also white. Okay, yes, the camera makes my skin look really white. Y'all may not be able to see because I have a white wall behind me. Okay, but the good news is I got hair. It's kind of round. You can see, like, the little eyes and the little pink lips. You can make it. The rest of this is all an illusion because I'm very white. I didn't stay in the oven long. They did not bake me, but yeah. Anyways, I probably am part Nigerian. That's why I'm so smart. With the Ugandanness and the Nigerianness in me, that's why I'm very intelligent, very wise. If you know, you know. Because you guys get that a lot. See? You know what I'm talking about. Everybody from Africa gets, like, different countries get different things, okay? Uganda gets Idi Amin and Museveni's. We also get safaris, okay? Sudan gets, like, deserts and Muhammad Warti. Kenya gets, like, you know, the action movies and things. Nigeria gets, like, the brains, the, like, method to, like, knowing how to break a system down, rework it, and make it work for you, okay? The ingenuity behind it. Each place in Africa and other countries have its, like, oh, you're from there? That must mean you're this. Most of us are, yeah. There's some of us that are not very wise, okay? I'm not going to name out any names. But yeah, it's really crazy, guys. We are out here fighting wars. And you know what? I'll tell you why. The reason why they want you to be divided, right? The reason why the regimes that are corrupted want y'all to be divided is because there's more of us than them. Think about it. Really let it sink in. There is more of us. You and me, there's more of us than the rich elites. They cover up, like, what? 5-10% of the population? That means the rest of the 90% are people that are doing, like, you know, average work. Okay? Now, I'm not going to come against people who have a silver spoon in their mouth, but they're actually nice and genuine. Because there's some rich people that are very sweet, okay? I'm talking about the rich people who are, like, just out here using and abusing their power. It could not be me. I don't understand somebody, right? Especially, like, if you're poor and you became rich and then you became a dictator and a tyrant, right? And now you're out here trying to hurt other people and do a bunch of other things. It could not be me. Because if you know what pain is, right? If you ever been poor and you had no money and you're out here working and you're trying to make a life for yourself and the struggle alone, okay? Because I'm going to be honest with you guys. I was not born with a silver spoon in my mouth. My family was not from the high diamonds and the rosy what's, okay? We came from, like, the bottom to the top with hard work, with dedication, with saving money, with building what you want and believing hard enough that if you do it this way, this will come out. My ears are fucking burning. Is that, like, what happens when you become 30? Your ears start turning? What the fuck? Like, oh my days. Sorry. I want my candle to burn. So, it's a sacrifice I have to make. But like I was saying, that's really wild. Then you go over there and force these people and say that it's the name of country and things. I would understand if you're fighting for a just cause, okay? You're fighting to protect your land. You're fighting to protect your family. But people with unreasonable amount of money, like Elon Musk, like the person that owned Twitter, and possibly the person that owns TikTok, and I'm here using their platform talking shit. Listen, at least I'm being honest. Y'all cannot come up to me and be like, Elise, listen, if they get her shot, At least the chick said her truth before she went out. They went pop, pop, gang, gang, bang, bang. My ass is grass. But at least I said what I had to say. You know, I died in the name of the truth. Again, rich people are using poor people. They use division and separation and lies and manipulation to divide us. Then they claim that they're on your side when they are not. Because we are ants and they are grasshoppers. And God knows how that movie ended. Them ants stood up. They rose together. And they beat the fuck out of those grasshoppers. Bro, when you, like, here's the thing. Like, if you're going to go over there and fight, right? You don't have to go over there and be physical about it. You can go over there and rally people. You can go over there and have petitions. You can go over there and do art. You can go over there and make expressions. You can go over there and like harass the fuck out of people. You can go, I wouldn't say, let me correct myself. Let me correct myself. Because in my mind, my business is growing, okay? Let me say it like this. I don't think I'm big potatoes. I don't think I'm at like that multi-million type of, I don't think of myself as an influencer. But I have to be careful what I tell you guys because somebody may actually take my advice. They'll be like, well, I heard this woman talk about injustice and that we the people have to rise together and stand up front and also fuck shit up. So that's what I'm going to do today. I chose violence. Literal, today, we're going to fuck shit up. Because this TikTok woman on her Healing Murakami said so. Please. Listen. Just because a TikToker says something does not mean you gotta follow through, okay? Be wise. Be wise. We have a what? A brain. Which is a tool. An organ for thinking, for calculating, for estimating, for rising and having like nice thoughts. You know what I mean? Okay? Sichecho. Is that not so? Yes. For those of you guys who come to the live, there's going to be random acts of Luganda. Why? Because I'm learning. Will I say it correctly? No. Will I give it my best go? Yes. So, yeah, it is profitable to direct, but it's also good to have, like, you know, oh, yeah, you're learning too. Oh, no, you've been here longer than me. You can speak it better than I can. I think they call it Calais, yeah? Or Kelly. No, I said it right the first time. I think it's Calais. Somewhat. I know Balunji. But you can't be going around to people and saying, Balunji. Balunji. Somebody in Uganda is gonna be like, this bitch. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy for out here saying good. I'm learning through writing. And also I got an app for you. So you're going to go over there and go on your search, right? And then you're going to press Luganda Translator. Go to the Oxford translator thing and it will show you it. Use small words. Because when you're trying to make a whole sentence out of it, it will give you the worst translation. Because like I try to be like, how was your day today, sir? And it was like, the farmland is farming. And I'm like, that's not what I wanted to say. So you can learn little words through the Oxford Luganda translator. That's what I've been doing. And I've been having like people that also speak Luganda that I've been texting on Instagram. Occasionally I give them like little how to do Spanish and things. We're also learning French, guys. I'm going to be a fucking interesting adult. I think I want to become a cat. Like, you know, my looks aren't going to last forever, but the fact that I can speak somewhat 4 languages, that should, you know, that should put me high up in there. Who doesn't love a bilingual language, right? Oh, no, bilinguals. Sorry. Poor phrase of words. Bilingual language is like saying both language. That's like saying chai tea. Tea. Doesn't make sense. Anywho. when you guys are fighting for what is right, okay? Because again, we're in a world full of fucking people, and a lot of them are old white people. I don't know why, right? Oh, that's fucking lit. You're learning Germany? Oh. Bro, I tried that and it sounded so bad. It sounded so bad because like I tried to do the accent right and I just sounded like an old angry Scottish man. I was like, Guten Tag, it's going to purchase. And I was like, you know what? Go swap some walking. And I'm like, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I should just put it. I walked away, man. I got scared. I walked away. I was like, nah, man, I can take a lot of things. I'm scared that if with my voice, I'll end up insulting somebody. Now I got to fight somebody. I don't want to be fighting people because of a misunderstanding, because I said something and I meant something else. Bro, I'm better off of just writing it down and be like, yeah. But no, I'm happy for you. Learning new language is cool. Also, it gives you some experience. And if you go to Germany, you know what to say. Laugh at me if you want to, but you could find a nice German lady. You don't know. There's a lot of them there. Some of them come here. If you're still in, like, Uganda, yeah. People, like, here's the thing. I don't think people understand. Uganda's a mixing pot. We have everybody here. We have people. I heard somebody that has a southern accent when I went to the mall like some months ago or whatever, and they're like, man, I'm just here on retirement. And I was like, oh, is that a southern accent I hear? Shall I go over there and do the southern greeting? Well, howdy do, neighboroo. How are you doing today? I mean, I restrained myself, okay, because they're eating with their family. I didn't want to shame them with my Texas swag, okay, my radiancy, going over there, howdy do, neighboroo. Did I say it in my mind? I did. Did I say it out loud? No. I was like, listen, he's out here enjoying himself. Let me not make a fool. Let me not make an ass out of myself in front of people today. I can make TikTok videos for that. I'm being silly. My videos do help people. But anyways, let's talk about it. Firstly, stand together. Okay, I want you to understand why I say that so heavily. When you guys stand together, you are supporting somebody, okay? If you guys follow me on Instagram, I post a lot of fuck ICE and fuck Donald Trump. I don't care, okay? Donald Trump is a joke. He's a joke. And we all know it. Like, the people who support him are called MAGAs or whatever. Technically, they're just white supremacy people. And for you guys who don't know what white supremacy is, think about a bunch of vanilla people, okay? That's what I call white people, vanillas. And they are all thinking that they are the superior race. They're better than everybody, okay? They're the best. And all of us, even if you're mixed white, you are beneath them, okay? White power. These are the people that don't will use God and Christianity as an excuse to put people down. Will go over there and rape and murder and kill you because you're different, because you are beneath them, because they choose ignorance. And this could be coming from smart people. They could have had a lot of degrees, and yet at the end of the day, if you're not white, if you're not a white Christian that has KKK people in your things. KKK is the Ku Klux Klan, okay? The Ku Klux Klan is, again, white supremacy, which means these are white people, not all of them. Not all of them are this way, okay? Not all white people are bad. And before you guys come into me, there's some things you should know about what is considered white and what is not. Italians, you are white now. You are a part of the white group. And to me, I see you guys as white. I see you guys as like Latinos. And I apologize. I do. Okay? Some people from the Middle East, you guys are technically considered white. Which is really fucking weird because, again, you guys get a lot of shit. You guys get a lot of, like, mistreatments. Okay? Like, hear me out. Nobody, and I stand on this, nobody should ever feel like they are below somebody. And nobody should ever feel that they're superior or high above somebody. Okay? When I grew up, when I was a kid, I asked my mom, okay? Because when you're a kid, you don't see the racism. I didn't understand that racism was a big deal when I was growing up, okay? In a sense of like this. There will always be some people that will look down on you, whether you're from a different tribe, whether your skin is a different color, whether you're Christian or Catholic or Muslim or Buddhist, or maybe you're like me and you believe in the cosmic divine flow and you just get, I pray to the universe. Whoever you want to talk about or cut it, that's the person I talk to. I talk to them. In the skies and the cosmic flow of everything, the consciousness or whatever, I talk to them. Okay? And I'm like, universe, this, that, and the third. I feel comfortable praying and worshiping the universe. That doesn't mean that I'm going to go against people because they don't believe what I believe and see what I see. Listen, as long as you're not a bigot of any kind, okay? Transphobia is bigotry. Racism is bigotry. Homophobia is bigotry. Being biased to people's religion is bigotry. Going against somebody because of them not being from the same tribe or the same nation or the same what is bigotry. Okay? Bigotry is just a cute word of saying a motherfucking hater. Now, the only time I will ever think that I am better than somebody is to my enemies. Okay? Because I'm like, look, when I really look you guys in the eyes and I say this with my heart. I am not the kind of person that will look down on somebody just to look down. Okay? You have to do something that is like Scar to Mufasa kind of shit. Okay? Some like absolute like horrible kind of thing for me to not want to be near you and for me to look at you and be like, look, as far as I'm concerned, I'm more superior than you. It would come from a place of hate. Okay? That's okay, hun. I'm probably going to be here for like a few hours or so. So, take your time, eat some food, punch a Nazi in the face. Don't forget the last one. You got to go over there and fight for what's right. Stand on business. Anywho, that's all right. Come back when you can. But like I was saying, right? There's no need for it. There is no need to hate somebody because you refuse to learn how to accept other people. Like, I'm sorry, if everybody was supposed to be the same, don't you think we'd all look the same? We'd all act the same? We don't do that. Why? Because the world is duality. We live in a multi-dimensional, diverse, mutable world. Okay, the trees don't even look the fucking same. We don't look the same. We believe in different things. There's variety. There's duality. There's yin and yang and everything. And instead of teaching people to love and to heal and to unite, we're teaching people how to hate and divide and be ugly. That make no damn sense to me. All that time that you out here wasting, right? You out here wasting your time hating on somebody who's just living their life. You would have, like, I don't hate people for no reason. Okay? I'm not going to judge somebody because they're queer or they don't believe what I believe or they don't see what I see. Look, as long as you're not a bigot, you're not just some hateful, stupid motherfucker, we're going to get along fine. It's okay to have different viewpoints as long as your viewpoints are not about hurting innocent people. Bigots are the only ones that I know that are out here grabbing people off the streets. We're having that, guys. We're living in a world where children and parents are being killed. They're being put in these detention centers. But if you know that the detention centers are really concentration camps. They're concentration camps. Funded and governed by stupid people. Half of the people are fighting, and the other people are not fighting. And we're out here consciously waking up. Okay? And I'm sure you guys are seeing a lot of people. What the unholy fuck? It's the church and some dogs. I could have sworn someone said my name. Weird. Anywho, like I was saying, right? We're living in a world, I'm going to say it. We're living in a world where children and people are being snatched from the streets, whether you are a citizen of a country or not, being put into a detention center, which is actually a concentration camp, just like they did in World War I and World War II, okay? No, honey, I'm not insulting anybody. I'm saying that we are in a world of hate. And you gotta be, like, here's the thing. If you don't stand together united, there is no one that's going to stand for you. Okay? There was a poem. And I'm going to mess it up, but I'm going to give you guys the best that I can, okay? They went for the socialists. I did not speak up because I'm not a socialist. They went after the unions. I did not speak up because I'm not in the unions. Okay, like the worker unions. They were coming after them too. They came after the socialists. Then they came after the work union, and no one said anything because they weren't a socialist and they weren't in the work union. Then they came after the community, and then they came for me. When they came for me, there was no one around to speak up for me. If you do not speak up, and you do not go over there and support one another against this bullshit, hear me well, because I'm from 1990s, okay? I'm a 90s kid. When that was happening, you have to understand, World War II ended around 1945, okay? That is about, what, a decade or so? Let's be cute, about 20 or so years, right? 5 years. 50 years. It was 50 years after I was born. That's half a century, like half 100 years, okay? In that time period, there are your grandparents who used to fight here. They're retiring now, right? And as my 90s kids, as my kids are in the early 2000s, okay, you guys had to learn about World War II. You guys had to learn about tribes going against tribes and countries going against countries and how they used to kill and rape and murder. And then they said, well, you know what? It's because my God told me to, or because that's what we're just following orders. When are you going, like, here's the thing. When does following orders turn into ignorance being chosen? Okay. Just like being purposely incognitive. Yeah. Yes, it's everywhere. It's in Israel. It's in Iraq. It is in Sudan. It is in the US. It is in Asia and all other places. It's everywhere worldwide. And yet people are out here saying, oh, it's the act of terrorists. The only terrorist I see is a corrupted government and a fucked up system. I'm speaking my mind. I'm really out here in this live saying it because, like, I have this platform for a reason. And yes, I'm here helping people heal from trauma and abuse and how to take their pain and not let it take them out and how to handle life's up, down, and all arounds. I am here. Okay, I choose to help you guys because I like helping people. And I think that if I can help you guys not feel so much in pain, then I've done something right. Because I know what it's like to not have anything. I know what it's like to lose everything. Not maybe in the sense of how other people are handling it, but just feeling hopeless and worthless and broken and, just down. I would not want that for other people. I want you guys to feel loved. And I think that if we can actually love people, okay, we can actually be honest with ourselves and stand together. They can't take all of us out. Elite, right? The world elite, the world's richest of the richest riches are like what? 10%? Let's be cute and say 3% of the world? That means a majority of us are out here working jobs. We are the middle class and the lower class, and the middle and lower class should not be clashing. You should not be going against your middle class and lower class. You should be going over there. Yeah, there's 3% of these rich fucks. 3. That means 97% is all of us. All of us. You can't take every single person out. Mind you, COVID, right? Because let's go back to that. They made COVID. The governments made COVID to slow down populations or whatever the fuck, just to fuck around and find out and play with us. To them, we are pawns. We're replaceable. We're toys. To the corrupted elite, okay? I'm not talking about all rich people. Not all rich people are this way. Not all people who have money are this way. COVID, if I remember correctly, and what I've heard off of like the files and things, okay, that have been going around online, is that it wasn't an accident, it was intentional, and it was man-made. So the people that we've lost to COVID was not an accident. The government went over there and purposely did this. If anybody comes to me and says the government wouldn't do that, I would tell them respectfully the government would. The government would. Okay, we have very corrupted people running this country. And let me not say this country, okay? The country I'm in is great. I'm talking about the world, okay? When I say country, what I mean is we have corrupted people running the world. The whole world. Not just the States, not just Sudan, not just Nigeria or Iraq or Israel, not in China or just Japan. All of it. All around. The corrupted rich. Not all rich. Okay? There's some rich people who are out there using their money to help provide for those who cannot provide for themselves. They are exempt. They are not in this conversation. Okay? But like using the gods and goddesses as an excuse to act ugly and treat people nasty, going over there saying that your skin color is not like mine, so you must be a devil or whatever, going over there lying and manipulating everybody into thinking that they're fighting the enemy when the enemy is really there, causing distractions. Look at the Epstein files. Look at it. Look at World War III. Look at it. Look at the unfair attacks across the world. Okay, look at Palestine or Pakistan. I'm sorry. I hope I said it right. Look at that. Look at that. That was a thriving, rich, vibrant, beautiful place. And they attacked it. They attacked it. Let us sink in. They attacked it for no reason. Palestine, thank you so much. I'm so sorry that I messed that name up. I didn't mean it in a rude way. But I appreciate you for, correcting me. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. But yeah, look at Palestine. Look at it. What did the people do? And they were said that it was because of terrorists. The only terrorists I see is a bunch of corrupted fuckers who are using people and land as is a game. It's like Monopoly. Okay, but the Monopoly board is the world, and the players aren't talking about like the elites. Okay, the governments that are corrupted, and the people that are tyrants and dictators, and the ones that are using democracy but are actually trying to be kings. Again, I'm smack talking Trump, and I'm smack talking his goons. Okay, I'm smack talking his goons. When I say his goons, I mean his thugs, his people, and I do mean his people. All his buddies, all his friends, all the goons, the thugs. Because this is what they are. They're goons. They're out here fucking innocent people. People haven't done nothing wrong. Like, here's the thing. You cannot go over there and be telling people are this, that, and the third when you out here doing the exact thing that you said. Okay, this guy said his whole motto is that immigration, oh my goodness, you cannot trust the immigrants. The immigrants are going to rape and kill you. Yet you're here. Your name popped up more times on the Epstein file than God himself in the Bible, baby. Not to mention that there's only 1% of the files that have been released. They're going over their bits and pieces. And I know you guys are hearing this, okay? I know that a lot of you guys are hearing about what's happening in the US. I know some of you guys are hearing what's happening in Palestine, and very few of you guys are hearing what's happening in Palestine and in Sudan and in Nigeria, because again, the world is focusing on the Epstein files. And yes, the Epstein file is very important. We need to have those people brought to justice. But the people who are supposed to be bringing the justice are again a part of the regime. Okay, it's part of the regime. Hi, Matt. How you doing, honey? He's starting war, bro. I fucking hate Trump. I didn't like him in 2016. And I didn't like him when he got elected. I looked at everybody. I said, y'all gonna let this son of a... This bitch, like... Listen, I don't do politics. I don't touch it. No. Let me correct myself. I'm talking about it now. I guess I'm in it now. I'm in the politics. But, like, I don't understand, bro. I'm mixed. So I'm Ugandan and I am, like, white. I went to school in the States and then I came back home and visiting my family and everything. But like I was saying, right? We're touching touchy topics. I don't understand why you want to be in the politics if you're supposed to be there for justice. Like, if I'm going to be in politics, right? Which I never will. Okay? Do not put me in any palettes for those things. I don't touch politics. I don't want it. Okay? Because my belief is that you have to run this country fairly. You are going over there and you are in charge of a country of thousands of people and the well-being of those, as well as your own family. So that means I have to figure out ways to make everything just. And there's going to be some things that are going to be like, guys, look, I had to choose the lesser of the two evil because not everything is black and white. Exhibit A. I'm mixed with black and white, so that means I'm gray. Sometimes situations are like this, gray. Okay? There's a lesser of the two evils you gotta pick. Okay? If I had to choose between Donald Trump and a goat, I would choose the goat. I would choose an actual goat to run because this isn't right. Tell me why you against foreigners and immigrants when your wife, bro. So indeed. I'm being honest. His wife is an immigrant. Just to prove, okay, that we immigrants will do jobs that not a lot of people want to do. And apparently, your job is married to a tyrant. And oh honey, I'm being the one today. I'm being that bitch today. Y'all about to hear it. Your name popped up in the Epstein files too. I guess if you gonna be a ride and die, if my husband does tyrant things, I guess I am too. Nobody decide. Like, here's the thing: if I got married, right, and my husband out here doing shit as a woman, yes, yes, I did. I've been hearing it all out. Okay, as a woman and you're married to somebody, or as a man and you're married to somebody, you got to correct your husband and your wife when they're doing stupid shit. You telling me his wife didn't go over there and say, honey, I think what you're doing is wrong. Nobody said nothing. Y'all just let this bitch be. Could not be me. Could not be me. My husband doing stupid shit. Listen, you didn't marry me because I'm sexy and pretty. You married me because I'm an OG, okay? I'm the original gangster. What are we doing? What are we doing? Why are you doing stupid shit? Like, what? Do you not have common sense? Are you not thinking with your mind? What's happening? You gotta be able to correct your husband and wife. Now, you're not supposed to correct them in a mean way, okay? You're supposed to talk to them like an adult. Like, hey, talk to them one-on-one. You're joining a party with underage girls. They ate children, guys. They performed their own... Here's the thing. They dressed up in their little hoods and played Satanic Panic. And they're not even satanic. I'm just going to say it. Satanism, or whatever the religion is, I apologize to my people whose religion is this, okay? I don't know that much of it. What I do know is that it's not, like, here's the thing. Y'all were not worshiping the devil. Y'all thought you were worshiping the devil. They thought they were doing all these, like, satanic, ritual, sadistic. They're just crazy motherfuckers. Okay? I refuse. I'm sorry. Okay. So that one is true. Thank you. You're gonna be the one that's fact-checking me today. And I appreciate it. I'm not being mean. I'm not being mean when I come to you and I say that. Because I appreciate, at least you're like, okay, yo, bro. You got the right angle. You don't have the right facts. Okay? It's okay, bro. I got you. Let me help you, little bro. And you're helping me. I appreciate it. I know, like, a lot of people be like, oh my God, I'm not that way. You're taking time. You're guiding. But yeah, like I was saying, you're going over there. You're eating children. You're raping kids. You probably have an intimate relationship with your daughter. Okay? Because mind you, this is the same bitch. This is the same bitch that is going over there being like, oh yeah, well, my daughter's so sexy and fine. If she was my daughter, I'd probably marry her or whatever. But you're out here with other little girls that look ironically like your kid. And also, didn't you bury one of your wives or one of your, like, victims under, like, a golf course? Like, listen, there has to be reparations. Okay, there has to be justice. People who are still believing in the system is designed against you. I'm sorry, the system is designed against you. How do you go against a system that's designed against you? You gain strength in unity and strength. Now, I took this off of V for Vendetta. If you have not watched V for Vendetta, watch it. Watch it. Watch the whole movie. Because what happened in V for Vendetta is that they have a theocracy. Okay? They have a theocracy. A theocracy is a government that is run by religion. So the religious leader has government and religious rights. Okay? That is theocracy. They are having a dictatorship that is also run with theocracy. And the people have to listen to those rules. Now, in the movie, just to summarize it, yeah, to the best of my ability, I may mess up on the explanations. Okay, so my apologies. they are going against the immigrants and other people, certain types of people have a curfew. You are not able to have anything that is like queer or expressive. Anything that says bad things about the government is a no-no. Certain people can be out, okay? But certain people have to stay, and they are registered. They are registered as this type of person, okay? Anytime that you're going to see somebody, like for example, if my memory serves me correctly, I think they did this in the States. Now, again, my memory can be bad. Somewhere they were trying to have like rainbow stars or whatever, something like rainbowy for the queer people, the people who are queer, right? And somebody was like, nah, bro, we're not doing that. Because like anytime, just like they did with the Jews, okay? And then the other people, they went over there and they did the David Star, okay? I believe that's what you guys call it. It's a 6-pointed star. And they were putting it on their jackets and things to identify them as Jews. And it was starting to tally all the Jews that are in that area, right? And again, we're talking about World War II. And how it seemingly was like started with propaganda and words, then things started to take place, and then actions were taken on, and people are getting destroyed. Black people, Jewish, queer, straight, non-Catholics. Okay, if they weren't blonde hair and blue eyes, they would all get kicked out. Lots of people lost their lives. Children, women, kids, people that were even citizenships. They were citizens of this country, and their country betrayed them and sent them to these concentration camps. Even to this day, those camps are still out. I think we failed when we don't learn our history, because it happens over and over again. That's a lot of people, and probably even more that haven't been discovered or found. Okay? Your gender, your color does not matter. Your age, your height, your strength does not matter. To the wrong people, if you are not one of them, then you are not one of them. And in their eyes, in their perfect fucked up utopia, if you're not this or that or the third, you have to get kicked out. There's no, like, I don't understand how somebody can still support somebody like that. And again, I'm not a smart person, okay? I'm learning new things every day. But I could never cause that much pain, okay? We had a 5-year-old got picked up from the streets. They even kidnapped the families. They waited for the families to come and took them, falsely accused them, and they're having them around. Like, if this isn't going to wake people up and really wake you up, and you don't see the injustice, you don't see the madness, you don't see that there's something very wrong in this world. There's something very wrong in the countries. Then I don't know what to tell you. Because if you think your ignorance is going to save you, it's not. It's not. This is coming from a foreigner. Okay? This is coming from a foreigner. I am foreign. I am. I'm back at home, obviously, in my country. But, like, I don't understand. This should make everybody mad. You should be angry. You should be angry. You should be sad, and you should be enraged. And you have to be able to understand, they want us divided because they know we're stronger together. I'm not saying that you have to go out there, okay, and start a riot. But you have to go out there and protest and assemble and spread the word and get things done. Why fight each other when we can fight the real problem? Corrupt people. People who are supposed to make a world nation, a world. You're in charge of a planet. And I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm worried. I have family all around and I am scared for them. I'm terrified and I'm worried. I have friends around and I'm not there. I check up on them and I tell them to be safe and I'm like, okay, just please, please be careful. Make sure you're armed. Do you have your pepper spray? You have whatever. Just be safe. Because this is insane. If you ever wonder what you would do in World War I and World War II, what you would do if you were in the Civil War or whatever, get ready, Buttercup. We're in it. Whatever you're doing now is it. I'm using my platform. I'm using it. I'm using my business to go over there and say that something is fucking wrong. And we really need to stand together. And going over there and pretending that is not a problem is not helping the situation. That's like me going over there, right? And I get a whole pole and it has the Nazi flag on there. And I go over there with this pole and I say, look guys, look, this is the right thing to do. And I know that the Nazi flag is wrong. I don't support those fuckers. I could care less. That's why I always tell you guys, punch a Nazi in the face. Punch a Nazi in the face. You're going to feel a lot better when you do. Make sure that you know how to punch though, okay? Because if they happen to swing back, you got to duck, dodge, and weave. Okay, you got to duck, dodge, and weave. You got to be able, to knock them out. Make sure that you stay down. A knocked out Nazi or a dead Nazi is a better Nazi. That's what I said. That's what they are. The megas. Or the magnas or whatever they call them. The MGAs. I'm sorry, the MAGA. Okay, if I'm going to go over there and have this rant, I might as well sound educated. Because I don't think I'll be taken seriously if I'm out here being ghetto. But yeah. The KKK. The Ku Klux Klan. They're Nazis. The MAGA. Okay, the Make America Great Again. It's the same slogan they put in 1920. Maybe 1930s. I know that, here's the thing. They say that it was around 1930s. Let's be honest. It happened way earlier than that, okay? No, I do not do debates. Maybe that's what I should do, is I should just walk around the country debating Nazis. I don't believe what you're saying is right. Well, I don't believe that what you're saying is correct. You won't be Southern? Shit, I'm from Texas. Let's go. I am Southern. Okay? I'm Southern. I went to school in Texas. I'm back home. I'm back in my country. Visiting my family in Uganda. So, it's always some dumb, uneducated, I don't know, man. It's always some dumb racist prick that decides to start fucking shit up again, and then they're like, okay. I don't know, man. I don't know. Because, if they get into my face talking about, listen, this is called a debate. But if you want to debate with these, we'll do it. Will I be welcome back into the debate team? Probably not. But I did what I had to do. They'll never forget this. But no. I might do it later on in the future. See? You're welcome. You can just imagine some short Ugandan lady coming out there punching bad people in the face. I may be tiny, but god damn it, I'm mighty. All the fun things happen in small sizes. Oh, yo. I don't know, bro. I pray that day never comes. At least it was said on video that if I did have to punch a Nazi, at least you guys know why my hands may look fucked up. But hey, you should see the other person. I gave them what's what. I gave them their comeuppance. But yeah. Anyways. You don't have to fight people physically, okay? There's lots of ways to protest, to fight for what's right, to make some room. I'm using my platform. I'm using TikTok. I'm using Instagram. I'm going to try to use YouTube. YouTube has been the one that has been like, no, you're going against guidelines. And I'm like, how am I going against guidelines when I see it all around? Is it because I'm mixed? Do you not like biracial people? It's because I'm black and white, isn't it, YouTube? Yeah, I see you. It's going to be like Mordecai and Rigby. You know, whenever they go like that, thing. Yeah. Anyways, I hope to God I'm not loud. Like, y'all don't understand. My windows are so thin. And I can hear everything outside my walls, so I'm pretty sure they can hear everything in mine. No, I have not watched The House of Cards, but I have been tempted. I have been tempted. I don't have Netflix anymore. I really am tempted to watch The House of Usher, okay? I think the downfall of... No. Goddamn, like, I know what I want to say, but my mind has such racing thoughts that it can't keep up. And sometimes when I say things right, it goes like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that's not what I wanted. You're supposed to have things right. God damn it. You had one job, brain. Get your facts straight. All right. Anyways, like I was saying, protesting, okay? Activating. You can be an activist. You can go over there and join groups for the community that are fighting against the tyranny and the injustice, and you can join them. Be safe. Again, please be able to throw hands. When I say throw hands, I mean be able to defend yourself, because you don't know. A lot of things that are supposed to be peaceful, sometimes somebody goes out there, they start the thing. Like, have you ever watched The Purge? Okay? If you've watched The Purge and you watched how The Purge started, okay? The Purge started not by the people, but by mercenaries, okay? Hired guns for hire, okay? Like Deadpool. And I'm not going against the militia, and I'm not going against people who are using like this. The government hired people to shoot other people and disguise themselves as civilians. And that's how the purge took off. How it really was just people getting high, stealing some money, maybe a few low crimes here and there, but it was really chill. And as long as nobody was starting anything, nothing was going to pop off. But when one person disguised, okay, they were disguised as civilians, like the everyday Joe, like you and I, okay? They started doing these things, it started popping off. Okay, then they go over there and they have it once a year where people are doing horrendous things because they're like, look, the crime rate is low. And like, the crime rate is low because you're out here calculating people's violence and anger and rage. Everybody's now scared if they go over there and say they don't like something that this person's going to murk them in a few weeks. Now, forgive me for sounding a little ghetto, okay, because again, I'm using slang, but like, we know that the government is wrong when we're watching shows, yeah? When we're watching The Hunger Game, or when we're watching V for Vendetta, or when we're watching, Star Wars or Star Trek, or when we're watching Law and things, when we're watching it on TV, right? Also known as television. We're about to get into that. We know that when the television is giving a vision and is telling you about it, what's right and what's wrong. When it's happening in real life, that's where people get confused. Join an activist, guys. Join the community. Help each other out. There are some rich people that are out there dressing up like we have everyday. I never thought I'd live to see, or we have people dressing up as superheroes. Situation. Yes. We have them dressing up as superheroes, helping people. There's probably somebody dressed up as Spider-Man right now, going around feeding people who have lost their homes, taking them to shelters, making sure that they're safe, joining in on, riots and rallies, protecting other people. And this isn't just in one country. This is like everywhere. I never thought I'd see the day that I'd actually see like the Marvels and the DC superheroes and the everyday people, like just everyday people dressing up, everyday people helping out, everyday people making sure that everyone has enough food. Even the celebrities and stars are fighting with us. There's some people who are actually generally down to earth and they're in the ground and they're being with the people. Okay? Now, I was going to say, like, look, if you're not going to be in there, then maybe you shouldn't. But, like, look at me. I'm not in those riots. I'm using my TikTok, my Instagram, my, YouTube and Facebook to talk about it. I'm using my Dark Minds and Butterflies, which is a TED Talk, to talk about it. Thank God my name's not Ted. That would have been a pun on itself, man. Can you imagine? Hey guys, this is Ted Marikuma, and we're here on my TED Talk. Like, y'all heard it now. Yeah. Y'all wondering where TED Talks come from? It came from me. It's all about me. You guys are lucky to witness this. I'm so happy I don't have that kind of ego. Listen, I'm delusional, but I ain't that delusional. Okay, I am also very humble. Because life has beat me to submission. Life has beat my ass to being humble. Back in the day, I was not a humble lady. Nah, life said, going to whoop that ass. You're going to learn to be humble today. Banange. Okay. So like I was saying, joining a community, okay, standing up for one another, being able to ride and go on, strikes and things. Go over there and harass your government. You can call them all the time and ask them questions and things. You can do that. Time is money and money is time, okay? The more that you are wasting their time, the less money they're making because they're too busy trying to do this. Now, that being said, when I say join a community, I mean there are some places that are really lifting other communities or they're trying to, get help and things of that nature and stuff. And it's fine. But like make sure that you guys are lifting each other up because if you don't lift each other up, there won't be anybody to lift you up. There won't be anybody to lift up the loved ones that you have. Okay? Here's the thing. We are all people. We're all people, baby. We all bleed the same color. We all have hopes and dreams and aspirations and what. And the fact that we're out here saying this person's this and this person's that, fuck that. Just like Avatar The Last Airbender, the greatest lie is that we are all separate. When reality of it, we all coexist. We're all connected. Think about it. They want us to be scared ants, but we are strong. They're grasshoppers and we are ants, and there's more ants than there are grasshoppers. I don't know what to tell you, man. We're living in such a weird-ass world. It's insane. I knew that the world was gonna go to shit. I just assumed I wasn't gonna be here. You know what I mean? Like, when I die and I'm not here anymore, that's when it's gonna... Nope. They decided to do this shit while I was still here. They said, you thought wrong, bro. Let's see what you're gonna do now. I'm like, listen, I'm just saying. Be nice to each other. You don't know what other people are dealing with. We're all in the same shit sandwich, and I think if we lift each other up and really work with one another, we'll be able to do a lot of things. I don't know what you're trying to do, little buddy. No? Okay. Alright. That's what you want to do. I'm not going to be fighting you. Whew. But yeah. Yeah, I'm talking to the candle man. I'm a good lady, but I'm a little bit weird. I'm a little bit like, I'm 30, man. At this age, I don't care what people have to say about me. I don't, here's the thing. As long as I'm not hurting nobody, right? Baby, what are you a candidate of? Is it... Okay, I read it right. My dumb ass thought you said a cadet. I was like, oh, so you're in the forces. Well, what advice do you want? There is no such thing as dumb questions, baby. Only dumb people. But yeah, I'm 30 years old and I'm a little bit weird, and you know what? I just embrace the uniqueness. At this point, I spent too long trying to please other people, and I'm gonna just do me. So yeah, ask whatever you want to know, and I'll be happy to give you advice. It's a TED Talk after all. Also, I'm gonna go get some chips. Hold on. I have Pringles. Oh. Oh my god, I'm starving. Wait, what are you running up for? You don't, no. You'll come to me when you're ready. I try not to push. I'm finding out that I'm ever so slightly pushy. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I low-key may start going back to doing nights for my lives. It's funny because my name's also Mary. Oh, I've been there. I would say manage your time, okay? So you have to ask yourself, like, here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with being with other people and stuff of that nature. But you also have to ask what you want for your future. And when it comes to exams and things, I'm sorry, it depends on how you study. Me personally, I think like I do better when I have like music and I'm studying, or like when I'm telling people about like little facts and things. Like I'm studying French. That's what I can tell you guys. In a few years, y'all gonna know what I'm talking about, like the other stuff. But just know, I'm putting in the work. So like I was saying, when it comes to studying your exams, okay? Try to go over there and be like, okay, from this to this time, I'm going to focus on it. For my business, I'm trying to work on Monday through Friday. Okay? I'm doing this live on a weekend because again, I have a really special guest that's coming over to join, and they're available on the weekends, so it's fine. Anywho, like I was saying, try to go over there and have time for like where you can relax and take a little break, but also make sure that you're focusing on what you need. So if you have like a lot of exams and they're all done on the same time, right? The same week, be like, okay, if I study this week and this week hard for my exams that are coming up soon, I'll be able to, take a break and hang out with my friends or kind of like do this. Have it like a reward. That may help you, encourage you because you're like, oh, I have something to look forward to, but I have to only, like, I can get this, but I have to do that kind of thing. When I was like working, I would go over there and be like, okay, if I can be able to do this, that, and the third, I'll get myself a donut, or I'll come after and get myself something sweet. So try, if you have to, either you can take a break, or if you have to do it all in one, because I think you guys are having, I know that my sister's having like mock test or whatever the fuck. I don't know why they have that shit. I don't know why you're out here making tests hard. I hate exams. I'm sorry, I do. I hate tests. They always give me anxiety. But just take time and make sure that you're studying where you can be able to understand it, okay? Make sure that you're writing your notes and everything, and you know what they're going to be asking you. And then you can be able to be ready for the test. Then when you're done with your test, you can go out and enjoy yourself. That way it's kind of like a little reward. Like, oh man, look, you did really good. Even though you may not pass. Like, here's the thing. Let me correct myself. You're going to pass because you're putting in work, but don't be so hard on yourself and overdo it. Because a lot of times, for me, my anxiety, yeah? Because y'all don't understand, I have very bad test anxiety. The test anxiety gives me panic attacks. I used to overthink it, and that would make, like, that's what messed me up. So, yeah, take your time and everything. Oh, it's like the stats in the US, like the SATs. But it's for you guys, it's in the Kenyan version. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. That's a lot of pressure. It shouldn't be like that. Your life shouldn't be determined by a test. I don't know. I'm learning that different worlds, like I'm learning in my age of 30 that there is different walks of life and different versions of life depending on where you're from. You know what I mean? Me personally, I didn't really do the SATs. I opted out of school to work because I was providing for my family and helping them out. So I didn't get that. I did go to college, but like I got my degrees in a different way. I went through like the online, diploma type of thing than having to go to school and do it because again, I was working all the time. But your life should not be determined by a test. That's a lot of pressure to put on someone so young. You know what I mean? That's a lot of pressure. I would say do your best, study obviously, and understand that at the end of the day, this does not define you. Though maybe a lot of people will say that, oh, this, that, and the third. Listen, let the haters talk. I'm going to tell you what I tell my sister. Let people bark, okay? When I say bark, let them talk. They don't know you. The moment they start to try to bite, and when I say bite, put their hands on you and try to do something, knock that ass out. Knock that ass out. At least give them a really hard time so the next time they want to mess with you, they know that, it's not worth their time. But study for your test. Take it easy. Okay? And then when you're done, you'll be able to relax and things. Try to set up time to study and time to break. That way you're not pushing yourself so far and you're getting yourself stressed. Take a little time to break and then get back into it, is what I can advise. Also, look up on the things, and if videos help you, there's different ways of studying. Some people do books. I'm a really bad person at studying because have you ever, do you know somebody that studies the night before the test? It's me. I'm that one. I'll do it 3 days before it, and I may make a passing, a barely passing grade. It turns out I had an uncle that did that too. I was like, okay. My uncle would understand me, and he passed all his things. He was fucking smart and shit. And I'm like, look, I'm not saying that I'm not smart. I'm gonna say that I'm clever. I'm built different. I'm built different, man. So take time and study. Okay, from this to this time, I'm going to study. From this to this time, I'm going to break. Then I'm going to rest, and then I'll wake up in the morning and I'll study here and I'll study there. That way I can remember things. And also ask somebody to quiz you. Okay, if you ask somebody to quiz you while you're doing your test, you'll be able to memorize the questions a little bit better, and you'll have a little confidence in yourself. But yeah, all in all, you got this, man. Don't let them get you down. My ears stopped burning, man. They're burning like a motherfucker. I'm also surprised I got these chips yesterday and I absolutely went to town on them. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. This is gonna be a weird life for everybody. Because we're talking about any and all things. I am gonna let this I'm gonna be nice. I am gonna let this thing ride into 12, okay? Girl, I had that with a math. I had like one to get the, okay, I had the math test for the GED. Math was the one thing that I kind of knew. That bitch made me, I took that shit 4 times. The 4th time they lowered the bar. They lowered the bar of passing, so I finally made it, but only because they lowered the passing thing. I was like, maybe they knew that I was struggling and they felt bad for me. Oh, Bambi. It's okay. Listen, at least she passed it. Testing is hard. Y'all don't understand. I can't. I get scared, and it's just a piece of paper. Can you imagine your greatest fear is a piece of paper? This piece of paper has enough to make a grown lady like, oh my God, it's there. What is it going to do? The worst thing that this paper can do is give me a paper cut. That's it. That's all it is. Fucking hate testing. Hello, Paul. How are you doing? What is hood and what is good? If you guys are coming in, y'all can ask questions. I mean, at this point, this is just like, shit. I had my rant. I had my rant about the government. It has been a while. So what have you been up to? I guess I can pick it. I don't know. I know that tomorrow I'm gonna have to go over there, and I'm gonna have to do my things. Oh, honey, the whole government. I was smack talking the elite. I was smack talking the elite. Thank you so much for the donations. I appreciate it. It goes to my business. Oh, you know what? I should tell you guys how to make money off of TikTok. Okay. I am going to be honest with you. Making money off of TikTok is hard. Okay? Now, I know that a lot of people are out here being like, oh my gosh, I'm a TikToker now. It takes work, right? Here's the thing. The more that I'm hearing it, the more that I believe that is the shadow government. If you guys ever watched Inside Job, right? There's a lot of fucking truth to it. There's a lot of fucking truth to it. Because, like, you cannot tell me that a group of very wealthy, very, like, rich, elite people, right? Like, the billionaires and trillionaires. I'm not even fucking talking about the millionaires. I'm talking about the billionaires and trillionaires are out here doing all sorts of fucked up shit. If you guys ever watch this, if you guys like horror movies, okay? This is a really, really creepy and scary horror movie. And it's a series. It's called Holster. Okay? You know those Holster hotels? The Holster hotels. And there's a movie about it. There's a horror film. And basically what it is that really, really rich people go over there and rent or like buy the Holster hotel, and they go over there and they use these guests for whatever they want. Okay, some of them are bathing in the bloods of like virgins, some of them are eating people, some of them are cutting up, some of them are kidnapping them, and they're the government, right? The whole government, the whole nation knows what these people are doing because they bought the whole thing. And they are signed off as missing, or they ran away, or they're not coming, or there was an accident. But they have a lot of missing people, and the missing people are going missing because the rich people, the billionaires and trillionaires, are buying people and doing absolutely horrendous things. You know what I mean? That's the world we're living in. I think like we're one step away from having a Hunger Game. Crazy. That's crazy, man. That's really, really crazy. I don't know. But if I had to guess, I bet it comes from old money. You know what I mean? And when I say old money, I mean like, have you ever known about like the original families that came and settled on land, right? And they kicked all the people that were originally on the land out. And then they put their little, the town is named after them. That's what I mean by old money, like the original colonizer or whatever you want to call them. The people going around taking other people's land, building something and saying that they're the ones. Yeah, that's probably one of them. I believe it is them. I believe that like really, really like companies, people have been around for like centuries. Their family that's been like 10 generations in. They're probably one of the 12 families, or all of them are. But I bet it's people that come from old money. Like your great grandfather was a whatever, and all that. Like, okay, and Jesus. I'm sure that I'm listening to you guys, right? Yeah, alright, we're up to date. My fucking shoulder hurts. I'm too young to be sore, but I'm too old. I'm at that fucking gray, man. You're not about to burn this plastic, okay? Okay. But yeah. Oh, I guess we can talk about miscommunication and misunderstanding if y'all want, or, I'm gonna be nice, and I'm gonna be here for like a few hours. It's 10:20 my time, so yeah. That pendejo? Okay, pendejo or puntas is bitch in Spanish. Give or take. Give or take. I know punta is. I think pendejo's like son of a bitch. But yeah, nah, bro. Because I know for a fact that gas nowadays is just fucking high. The gas is high, and a lot of people are telling me about it, and I sometimes want to make like the small joke that maybe the gas is smoking that marijuana. That's why it's high. Okay, it's been taking the puff from the magic greens or whatever. I don't think it's the devil's lettuce, okay? You cannot come to me and tell me that you don't think that the good Lord, that the gods and goddesses don't smoke. Listen, I'm pretty sure God smokes. Have you not seen the platypus? Just like Robin Williams said, okay? And I'm taking a lot of things off of what I see, because like I'm a mimicker. Not a mimicker, let me say it like this. I learn what I see, and then I repeat, okay? That's what I mean. But Robin Williams said that he believed that God smoked weed. Why? Because have y'all not seen platypuses? Like some things that God created. Okay, it look a little sunny. It look a little sun, bro. It's giving off something. It's giving off something weird. I would not. Nah, bro. But you gotta learn you have to understand how petty you gotta be. How petty do you gotta be to do that just because you want to make a competitor suffer? Baby, when in doubt, witchcraft out. This could have been done in simple ways. And with all the money that you have, you could have just kidnapped the guy. If I was going to be petty and I was a piece of shit and I had a lot of money, fuck making the company pay, I would have just kidnapped the person. I've been like, look, money talks, bullshit walks. That means I can do whatever the fuck I want as long as it means everybody got a price, right? Would I do that really? No. I have a conscience. My conscience won't let me do that. I would feel really bad. It would have to be like somebody I really hate for me to even attempt it. I'd be like, look, you have to do some like diabolical. You would have to do something diabolical for me to come over there and do all that petty shit. I'm an earth sign. I'm a Virgo. I'm the queen of pettiness. Y'all look at me. If you know a Virgo and you're friends with a Virgo, you know what I said is true. You don't know pettiness until you piss off an earth sign. There's lines that I will cross when I'm at that level of pettiness. I'm like, look, I want you to understand you did this to yourself, okay? Oh, that's right. That is right. He's from that type of family. It's funny that we still have, like, I'm sorry, I'm fucking with this thing. I have to, like, fiddle and shit. I forgot about him. He came from the family of the trains and all that. This is, like, most likely, I think it's, like, back in the day. Because I know, like, you know, when people are starting to, like, transition and starting to have locations and land was turning into cities and towns, they needed to have something to go back and forth. Horse carriages weren't working. Automobiles were kind of a new thing. See, I'm the kind of person that probably wouldn't have done that. Oh, John! It's been so long! Hi, buddy! What's good and what's good? Yeah, anyways, I'm sorry. But yeah, no. I'm the kind of person right now that I probably wouldn't listen to it. I'd be like, look, you can say that you have taxes, but as far as I'm concerned, it's just a piece of paper. I would burn it. I would burn a whole paper. I would have a little fire stove or a little campfire that I'd just put it in there and burn. I look at him while I do it. I'd be like, oh, this is what you want me to pay? Oh no. I guess I don't have taxes anymore. That's okay. Keep writing the papers. It makes my fire grow fast. Nah, bro, you're not about to do me dirty like that. I have my land. Matter of fact, I'll go over there and make it look really weird. I'll have all sorts of, like, you know, feathers, hanging bones. I would go over there and be like, okay, if we're going to be playing these games, I got nothing to lose. You know, at this point, I feel bad for you. If you're going to mess with somebody got nothing to lose, they can do anything. There's nothing holding them back. Be afraid. Be afraid of people that have nothing to lose, bro. My days. Jesus, mighty might. But yeah. Be afraid. I don't know. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna be cute. I'm gonna be cute. I'm gonna predict. One of the two or the three is gonna happen. I predict that people are gonna wake up. And people are already waking up and resisting. We are either gonna see a V for Vendetta, or we're going to see the clashes between people who are awake and people who are sleeping. And whoever has more is going to be the one to take. Like, here's the thing. If the system has to go over there and burn to the ground for it to be done and for it to be better, then okay. a system needs, like, here's the thing. It has to be, like, I say it all the time. And possibly I'm speaking my mind. I'm not a politician. I'm not like an influencer. Okay, I'm a lady that reads cards and tells fortunes and does spiritual healing and teachers and things of that nature. Like, if you follow me and you see my videos, you'll know what I mean. Like, I'm not those TikTok dancers or those, oh my gosh, guys, look, it's the Pringles. And I don't do the mukbangs. I read playing cards. I read your palms. I give you advice and counseling. We do witchcraft and things of that nature, but we talk about protection and how to attract money. And this year we're going to be talking about how to attract healthy relationships and how to love ourselves. Because before you're about to get into a relationship with somebody, please make sure you love yourself. Because if you don't know how to love yourself, you're not going to get the right person. Trust, I've been there many times. I've had quite a few relationships. And I also learned that while learning to be in a relationship, because, like, again, when I went on my first relationship, right, I never been in one before. So I didn't know how it works. And I only know what I've seen. And just because you see something doesn't mean that it's going to be the way that it is. Okay? Relationship take time. And you have to also learn what kind of person you want to be with, whoever he, she, or they may be. Again, I ain't a bigot. I'm not a bigot. I'm not saying that I don't hate people. There are some people in the world I do hate. At least I own that. At least I'm being honest, okay? I'm out here with no cap on business, real talk. Like, no. Some of you bitches I don't like. I will tell you. I will tell them in their face. I'll be like, look, I don't like you. And I don't like you. And I want to hit you with a truck. But it's against the law to hit people with a truck. So I pray about it. I pray for my enemies. Are they good prayers? No. But is it a prayer? Yes. Will my prayers be answered? I don't know. Makes me feel better though. I'm being silly, but I'm being honest at the same time. But yeah, make sure that you pick the right people. Your partner is supposed to be somebody that you can trust with anything. And also somebody that will respect you when you don't want to talk about certain things. There's going to be certain things I will not talk to my partner about. Listen to your mom. She's helping you, baby. She's helping you. Because a lot of times we're out here trying to go over there and be like, oh, I can tell them. Listen, your origin story is your origin story. Your origin story is your origin story. I'm going to be honest with you guys. My partner is not going to know everything. There's some things that, like, here's the thing. There's some things I talk about in my business when I'm talking about, like, toxic and abusive relationships and how to handle domestic abuse and things and how to handle feeling safe again and what. I've been through a lot. Okay? I've been through my own form of trauma. And there's some trauma I don't want to go over there and open because in the end of the day, people are going to use things that you say against you, whether they mean to or not. Some people don't think that what you told them was a private thing, right? And so they'll be like, oh, well, you used to be in this domestic abuse, so obviously you shouldn't be doing that, right? Like, you're probably used to whatever. And I'm like, look, if you've never been in a domestic violence or been abused in any type of way and you never had trauma, congratulations. But that doesn't give you the right to go over there and judge me for mine. You don't know what it's like to be in those kinds of relationships. You don't know that the law doesn't really care about domestic abuse. Whether you are a man who's being abused or whether you're a woman being abused. Whether you have children in the mix. The law just lets them do whatever the fuck they want to do. The worst that can happen is they go to jail for a few years or a few months. They get bailed out and they come back again and it doesn't get heard until you get killed. I fucking hate the system when it comes to abuse and trauma and things because the system's not systeming at all. I'm really out here today shitting on how things are working. I'm gonna piss off a lot of fucking people. I'm pissed off a lot of people today because, like, you can't tell me, like, here's the thing. And I've seen abusive women. So when I tell guys that, hey, if she's abusive, get out because you can die. A lot of people who are abusive didn't heal. Okay? Either you're told that everything you do as a kid is amazing and wonderful, or, yeah, or, you know, you were just controlled and abused and then you didn't heal and then you created more pain. I was talking to my mom about that. My mom was like, well, I think this person went through a lot, and I had it, man. The person she was talking about, I fucking hate. Okay? I know that I'm supposed to be this way in this thing, but let us all be honest. It is 10:33 p.m. These are where genuine conversations come from, yeah? Yeah. Okay. I don't give a fuck. Okay? I don't. Everybody has gone through some type of trauma. I'm not saying that that person's trauma is not important. I'm not saying that your pain is any less. What I'm coming after is just because you were traumatized, just because you went through abuse, just because life knocked you down, does not give you the right to hurt other people. I would never. Like the woman that I met today, okay? When I was younger, I was hurt. So I hurt others. I own it. I did it. I was that person. But I learned to stop. I learned to look at myself in the mirror and be like, bro, is this what you want? Is this why? You know that you're angry. You're not healed. You need to work on healing yourself. Because the angry version, the unhealed version was hurting my family. Was fucking my relationships up. Was messing with my friends. I didn't want to become a mother and a wife and this angry person. I didn't like it, so I changed. But this person chooses to use their pain as an excuse and not learn. I don't understand that. If you have went through pain and you have went through suffering and you have came from hell, why would you put that on another person? Why would you want anybody to suffer the way that you suffered when you know that it was hard? I can't be with people who refuse to heal. And you're right, respect goes two ways. This person disrespected me in I want y'all to think about the most heinous thing and then double it. Think about somebody that you would not forgive because they did something like that. They did it. They went to that level. I'm like, you know what? I've done nothing wrong. I've never hurt you. I have been nice and empathetic. And despite all of the people telling me not to trust this person, I'm being nice again. I'm not saying their name. I'm not putting them on blast. I'm being kind this time. I'm being kind. Okay? And you decided to do this to me because of your trauma. Don't come up to me. I cannot. I don't have patience with people who are going to be like, well, I'm traumatized and I've been abused. Listen here, bitch, so have I. But you don't see me doing this shit. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I don't have empathy on people who've been through hardship. I do have empathy. But your abuse and your trauma does not justify you going around hurting other people and causing more pain. It is your job to heal. Okay? It wasn't my job to get abused. It wasn't my fault that I got abused and that I went through hell and I had to pick myself up again. And pieces of me died. Okay? The woman that I was 3 years ago is not the same woman you see before you today. It's not. I wish I could say that I am, but I'm not. I'm not her. Why? Because certain pieces of me had to die for this version of me to survive. And this version that survived today did it basically on their own. When I'm supposed to have all these things, I did it on my own. With support, okay? Like I did have support, but I'm broken in ways that I can't get support. I'm broken in ways that I'm not going to heal from and I have to live with it. And it's hard. We do better ourselves every day. But people don't see that. Some people look at you and they see the smile and the gleam, and I'm like, there is strength. Like, here's the thing. I feel like you have to be a transmuter. Like, everybody has to be an alchemist, okay? I use a lot of anime references, okay? So if you ever watch like heavy metal alchemist brotherhood, okay? And you see that they are doing like, they're doing alchemy. You are turning your pain, your sorrow into motivation and strength. You either turn that into power and strength, yeah? Or it turns you into something evil and ugly. You can either stay down or you can get up. Getting up like Spider-Man every time, never giving up on yourself, never giving up on others, and getting up no matter how hard it gets. That is strength. That is not easy strength. It is a quiet strength because people don't see it. Like, I don't think people see how you say the effort, yeah? You don't see the effort behind it. You see the successful person and you see them doing all these things, but you don't see the effort and the hard work, the late studies, the hustle and grind. A lot of times in my videos, I'm very happy. I'm making jokes. And some days I'm having a great time. And some days I'm crying on the inside. I'm in a lot of pain. I'm not going to lie about it. But I try my hardest not to let my pain get in the way. And sometimes I don't want to do anything. I'm not going to lie about it. Some days I'm really like in such a bad day, like a bad mood and tired. And I'm not even tired physically. I'm just tired mentally and emotionally and spiritually. I feel like I'm not good enough. And I'm like, okay, you know what? We can be sad and we can be progressive, or we can be sad and we can be stuck in bed. Sometimes it's okay to take time to rest and lick your wounds, but you can't stay down. Just like Spider-Man can't stay down, you can't stay down. You got to be able to get up, scream, shout, cry, go out in the forest, be safe. Be safe in the forest, please. Okay, when I lived in Texas, I used to live way out in the country, and I used to have like a really big, like a huge wooden stick, okay? And I go out there and I'm frustrated and I'm angry. And I go out there and I start breaking branches and going through rubbles. Like, you know how like fallen trees, like little trees, they fall and they block away, right? I go out there and I break branches and I scream. On the top of my lung, I scream and I cry and I shout and I let it all out. And it allowed me to feel fresh. Now, if you're going to be doing this in the city, you're going to look a little crazy. I advise you not to do it in the city. I advise you to take a walk. Look outside. Get with nature. Okay? Find a place that's quiet and talk about it. I talk to myself about how I feel, you know? No, emotions don't make you weak. They make you strong. The strength of people is our ability to have empathy and compassion. But you have to also have compassion with yourself. A lot of things happen within. We're in a world where society wants, like, here's the thing. Society is very sexist. Okay? I'm really speaking my piece today. Society is sexist. It is sexist because men are not supposed to show emotions and women are very emotional. Even though I have titties and an ass, okay? Again, hopefully you guys are adults. I'm being crude now. And clearly I'm a lady. I am not open with my emotions. But I'm a lady. I'm supposed to be very emotional. I'm very in touch with my feelings and my femininity. I am not in touch with those things. I am a very, I would say I'm a very, masculine kind of lady. Okay? Now, I'm not macho. I'm not like, like, yo, I'm the dude, I'm the man. I'm not that. But the way that I go about things is very masculine. Like, I feel like in my heart, the energy that I give out is not a feminine energy. It's a very masculine, slightly feminine energy. That's the fucking best way I can put it. Again, I'm a lady, right? And as a lady, I'm supposed to be very emotional, very feminine. And as a man, or whatever gender you may be, maybe you're a lady like me. And, whatever. Maybe you're non-binary or trans. Hey, it's okay. Maybe you go by gender neutral things. It's cool. Like I said before, this is a safe place. My fucking business is a safe place. And where I'm at, please don't. Being queer I'm at is illegal and can be a death sentence to a life imprisonment. Also, people have the right to go over there and really terrorize you and your loved ones if you're gay. It's not a safe place. Beautiful country, and I like most of it, but that's something that I probably would like to change. Anywho, like I was saying, gender rules are kind of stupid to me. You know what I mean? I think they're kind of dumb. I think that it's okay for a man or a woman to be in touch with their feelings, or a person. I think it's okay to express yourself, because I've held in my emotions for years, and it's created me having depression and anxiety. It has caused physical health issues and problems. It has added on to more complications than actually good things. So I think being able to feel your emotions and express yourself, whether you be a queen, king, or royal in between, is fine. It's fine. It is. Because here's the thing. Me personally, everybody wants a different type of partner. I want my partner to be emotionally intelligent. Everybody wants an emotionally intelligent person. Yeah? Yeah. We want somebody who's compassionate and empathetic and understanding. And I think in order to be emotionally intelligent, you have to have empathy. And in order to have empathy, you have to be able to feel your feelings. I'm telling you guys because when I was younger, again, I'm 30, okay? I'm 30 years old. I've seen a lot of shit. I used to fight hand to hand all the time, throwing fists, fighting people. Hi, Hood, how are you doing, hon? I used to fight all the time. I used to curse and scream and shout and push. And it was because I was angry. And I was angry because of the pain. And I was here's the thing. My anger came from sadness. The sadness came from pain. And because I didn't know how to express myself, I just lashed out. And being an aggressive person, being somebody who's shut off and cold, it doesn't mean that you don't have feelings. It just means that you don't feel safe enough to express them. Kings. I'm going to be weird. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the network can kind of be bad. My phone right now is being really fucking nice, but it's being an ass. Most of the time it's an ass. I have to use my laptop, which is old. It's old, Bambi, but it works. Sorry, I have to pop my back, man. I've been sitting down for a while. Oh, I need to get a little, how you say, those, the grease that you give for squeaky joints? If you have a door, right? The 4DW? I need to get that for these. Because my joints, they make little sounds. And they pop. And I'm like, look, I think I need to put some elbow grease in these joints. Oh, but I'm sorry about your network, honey. I'm making jokes, but I'm also being honest. It's not easy. It's very annoying. I believe that, you guys can be able to see this. I'm sure. Oh my God, it feels so bad. I have my windows closed, but I pray to the gods and goddesses I'm not loud. Hey everybody, welcome. Welcome to the TED Talk of Dark Minds and Butterflies, where we just talking about any and all things, and we are shitting on the system. I'm shitting on the system. I'm keeping, the real shit inside because I can't be doing that on a live. I'm like taking a dump. Okay, listen. I don't think that's gonna fly, buddy. I don't think that's gonna fly. What the fuck? Oh, my glasses fell. Okay. Anyways, I may be crazy, but I ain't that crazy. I'm crazy in the sense of like boomy. Yeah, we have a lot of Avatar: The Last Airbender references in this business. If y'all ever like remember King Boomy from Umashu, that man's my spirit animal. That's who I'm growing up to be. I'm growing up to being King Boomy. Man, I'm a mad genius. That's all I have to say. I don't know what kind of genius. I'm figuring that out, but Anywho. Hey everybody. So like I was saying, oh heavens, I lost my thing. Alright, well, I guess we can pick out a card. So we're going to talk about hard work and reliability, okay? And again, it's 10:49 my time, PM. So I am going to close this live at midnight. So let me just freeze it really quick so that way I can let the person know. Sorry, I paused it really quickly just to let everybody know that I am going to be, I'm going to let this run for a few hours. And yeah, so I was going to talk about hard work and reliability, but I'm going to be cute. I'm going to be cute. I'm going to pick a random card. So, okay, and then this. We're going to talk about great wealth and inheritance. So, what does great wealth and inheritance mean, right? How do we get it? Great wealth and inheritance can come in a lot of things. A lot of times I read it as like money, but you can have a lot of abundance in like family and things. You can have it in work. You can have it in friends. You can have it in opportunities. So when my days, I'm really going to try to make this work. All right, let me stop BSing. Let me be honest. I believe you can do anything you put your mind to, okay? And I think that if you work hard and you are smart, working hard and not being smart is not going to help you. You have to be smart and you have to work, okay? You have to be able to balance your time and you have to be able to organize yourself so that way you're not overdoing it. You can get whatever you want by working hard, but also being smart. You gain wisdom through experience, okay? So if you just started working and you're trying to save money, you can do like pay your bills, obviously. Pay your bills first, okay? And whatever leftover money you have, you put half of it in the savings and the other half is with you in your pocket. In case, your phone dies, you don't have your card, whatever happens, you have cash on hand. And each time you get paid, you put a little away, and a little away. Eventually, all the money that you're saving, right? All the money that you're saving will add up and you'll start having a lot of it. But it takes time. A lot of people think that, if I work hard and I do this, then everything will fall in place. Sometimes things don't work the way that you planned it to, okay? A lot of times it doesn't work out the way that you think that it will. And that's not saying that you're cursed or you're not good enough or whatever. It just means that you have to find different options in different ways, okay? Being smart requires you to use your mind, be emotionally intelligent, be physically intelligent, and be spiritually intelligent. There's 17 types of it, but we talk about the 4. So while we're working smarter, not harder, that really pushes it in, okay? So by organizing my schedule, by taking time to rest and recharge and get back in there, I'm able to take time to have some peace, because we live in a world that thrives on you killing yourself by overworking to get money that doesn't go over there. Like, here's the thing. We are working, right? We're working all day long to get money to pay for bills, for a house we do not see, because we're spending all our time working. I've done it before. Before I've created Miracle Healing, I used to work as a healthcare worker. I say nurse, but let's just be honest. I was a healthcare worker. Okay. I learned it through experience because I did it for like 13 years or something like that. And, I worked 5 different houses all the time, and I'm here trying to pay bills for a house I don't see. Okay. And struggling to pay bills. Like, some days I have to go without water. Some days I have to go without light. Some days I have to go without food. A lot of times I had to go without food. I'm surprised that I made it. Like, I'm paying a house bill, but I don't have any money for anything else because, again, everything is so expensive and I have to go and use it to get to work. And it was insane. I had to ask my friends and my partner and my family to help me from time to time. And I was just like, ugh. So when I say for you guys to be successful, to like be smart while you're working, be smart. Start saving. I know that saving is a joke. Save. Save now. Pay your bills and whatever leftover money, whatever you find on the ground, okay, whatever loose change, quarters, dollars, shillings, pounds, put a little bit away in saving. Put it in savings. Put it in where you can't touch it. My savings in my Airtel, okay? My Airtel is like a Cash App or PayPal had a baby with Cricket, okay? Like the mobile. So if a mobile company and a PayPal company had a baby, it would be Airtel. And Airtel is where I can save my money and not use it, okay? You can do that. You have to be smart with your money and you have to be smart with yourself. And you have to also make time to take a break. Life is not about working. Life is about experiencing. And you don't want to go over there and look back and have so much regret that you had gone over there and you wasted your time because you were too busy working. That's a lot. That's heavy, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Anyways, I'm not going to lie to you guys, my throat really hurts. I think for the sake of all this good, I am going to call it a day. So, yeah, I love you guys very much. Please stay safe. It's 10:57 p.m. my time, and I'm just closing off because my throat really hurts. So I'm gonna go over there and take a break. All right. Anyways, peace out. Slay the day. Be happy and be gay. You deserve the best. Do not settle for less. And if you want to go over there and have something, please work towards having it. You know what I mean? All right. Bye, guys. See you guys next time.